Now even shouting, you can't hear you.
Hello?
Oh, that's not
Hello?
good.
Okay. I thought I was lowering my input sensitivity, but I think I was raising it.
This
Gotcha.
sounds quite good.
Oh, I
Okay.
should not shuffle cards because my microphone picks it up.
Nice. Okay, cool. So this is good?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
proud of you.
All right.
Don't thank God. Thank yourself. You did it. You
Hey,
figured it
hey,
out.
hey, hey! She can thank me. I don't know what I did, but she can thank me anyways.
Hell yeah.
Hello again, friends, and welcome back to this, our second time in adventure, Dice in escaping the trials that the real world brings us. I'm here to make you feel things through imaginary characters and math rocks. But you're also here to do that, to each other, and me. All joking aside, this is first and foremost a safe place. Here we all will bear some part of our souls for the others to see. Things may get raw from time to time. What matters is that we all know and are willing to pump the brakes when the situation calls for it, though hopefully it isn't necessary. This tale we are about to tell, I mainly dance along the lines of grim dark and the hero's journey. Adversaries may not exactly be as they seem, but not everything needs to end in a fight if you are resourceful. The world I bring you is cruel and raw, but in the end, I care about the person on the other side these screens more than the zeros and ones on the screens. I'm not a perfect DM, and such a thing does not exist. I will make mistakes as surely as you will. If something doesn't seem right, we take a moment and see how we can fix that wrong. I love you guys.
I love you too.
We love you too.
I love you
Gay?
too, Mike.
Oh, whoops. Probably shouldn't say that.
Oh.
You can say that, Michael. It's true.
What's wrong with being gay, Michael?
Many of
Yeah,
us
you're
are
in
gay.
good company.
I am in the best company. But speaking of the best company, does one amongst that esteemed company care to recap us?
We met.
I'll do it if nobody else is going to do it.
Oh, we met in a tavern. Is that better?
You did meet at a tavern.
So
Yeah.
All of us
we,
so knew each other.
we started the scene by Yelsi and Dr. Worm coming into a tavern, looking for work.
I took notes.
The barkeep introduced them to another pair of adventurers, Mistral and Sophia, who were going to go on one of the jobs that they were looking at. When they all sat down to talk about this, they all realized that them and their waitress, oh, I forgot your character's name.
No.
Emma.
Rusa.
Their waitress, Rusa, all knew each other in some way, shape, or form. Calling it coincidence, calling it fate, calling it destiny, who cares? They decided to embark on this adventure together after convincing Rusa to go and support them with baked goods and breakfasts on the job, and definitely not getting her to go on an adventure as an actual adventure. No way.
No.
She'd never
Elsie
do
was
that.
very enthusiastic about baked goods.
Yelsi was incredibly enthusiastic about baked goods and food in general, really, let's be honest here.
Yeah. A cooked meal.
She has her priorities right.
We drank. We had mead to celebrate the occasion. And then we all went off on our separate ways for the evening, with Dr. Worm and Yelsi staying with Rusa, and Sophia taking Mistral back to the guild house for her guild, the Golden Hammers, Michael?
Gilded Hammer.
Gilded Hammer, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing else happened at all. Definitely nothing else happened
Dr.
last
Worm
time.
didn't kill anyone.
Nope.
There were no murders. Nobody came back covered in blood. Nobody woke up the next day extremely well rested and looking as energetic as ever.
Or with a weird finger in their inventory.
Or that.
Everybody has a weird finger in their inventory. Why are you fucking looking at me?
Yeah, dude. You have fingers. Get over it.
Yeah, I just have an extra one.
Yeah, it's a birth defect.
I don't like the way that we're like the way we're saying this is kind of implicating that maybe Dr. Worm did that, and I don't think that's very fair.
I just said that Dr. Worm didn't murder anybody.
He's just,
We're making it.
okay, so I physically did it, but is that gonna hold up in the court of law?
Excuse me? You did what?
A lot of people are asking me questions answered by my shirt that says I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah. And I don't remember what happened, so.
Also, important details. The Shattered Keel was the tavern we were at. Its proprietor is named Durgan Drakescale. There's a canonically French bard named Harrison Stylace who sees Rusa as a muse. Tissy Two Twines is the gnome woman at the guild who heavily implied that Mistral should sleep in the same room as Sophia, and Mistral was having none of it. And then Mistral got fucked up on some crazy coffee and noticed that the guards are keeping a special eye out, probably for a smelly finger.
Also, I forgot.
Hell
I was
yeah.
gonna say it. Yep. I good. Brain good.
Oh, also, Sucretia has artificial dungeons to train people to be heroes and adventurers, and I think that's neat. We're gonna go do a wipeout course, guys.
I also think that's neat. We'll become American Ninja Warriors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Al, you're just getting into
excuse you.
character.
Aeolian Ninja Warriors?
No, it's named after the founder, America.
America.
Now you're just making shit up for me.
It's Americ A. It's his name.
Oh dear. Yes, that is all very much true.
Americ A.
Yes, thank you so much. It's great. So it is pretty early in the morning that you guys find yourselves on the road out of town going towards the woods to deal with the threat of some harpies that have been carrying.
The job was for hunting harpies, and we were supposed to get feathers to make sure to show that we actually got the harpies. I forgot the actual job itself.
It's okay. Speaking of a job and harpies, Cow, simply for token purposes, you may need to attach something to Yelsey's sheet. Just a token is fine. I don't really mind if you roll in person or out of or on Roll20. I trust you guys, but you should probably have a token for positioning purposes.
I'm gonna use my new eyeball dice that I got for the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna roll on Roll20 because math is a lie.
Fair enough. All right.
Math is a lie. Nothing is real.
I'm gonna put a light on because it's very dark in my room. But yes. Anyways, it is very early morning. In fact, in this sort of the rainy season, there's still like it's not completely opaque, but there's like a thick layer of mist sort of rolling in through the path off the lake to the north of your path.
Mm-hmm.
As you head to the woods where these harpies are said to roost. As I stated previously, you all feel pretty well good. You have your pretty well good. I'm such an amazing linguist, guys.
I agree. You should keep linguisting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you? This isn't like an official road that you're on. It's just sort of like a dirt. Like a dirt back road, even if it leads away from the gate. The road that leads to sort of like the main merchant roads quickly forked to the north, and now you're just sort of on like this dirt path. Are you guys doing anything as you travel?
I think that Mistral, who is not quite used to traveling with such a large group, is sort of taking point at the front and just sort of keeping an eye out for any dangers potentially on the road. Watching out for like the normal signs of trouble, constantly sort of like scenting the air and just being generally like anyone trying to fuck with us, any sign of harpies, like keeping
All
point
right. So
very quietly.
what you described here, I'm actually gonna have you do 2 rolls.
Oh,
I want you to roll a nature check to see what you know is normal about Secretia,
mm-hmm.
like run of the mill stuff. What is and isn't dangerous.
I don't know much.
What's the roll?
5.
So your eyes are sort of like kept feel for like like any major threats like marauding goblins or bandits or anything like outwardly aggressive looking. So now with that done, now that you know what you're looking for, I would like you to roll a perception check.
Gladly, Chief. 23.
Well, you're not sure of any specifics. You are quite trained in keeping an eye out for dangers all around, and you can see that even if it is sort of a dirt path, it's probably traveled well enough that a lot of sort of like major fauna and flora, predator and prey alike, sort of like tend to avoid it. So looking around, all around, you don't really see any like marketable threats.
No immediate signs of potential danger.
No,
It seems like it's
immediate signs of danger.
Well enough traveled that wild animals and creatures stay away.
I will say though, to the north, you see, from this distance, you're not sure if it is like a mist covered like small like hill or a giant slumbering creature, but it's a ways off to the north.
There's something I can see like over the treetops.
The treetops in the direction you're going eastward, the treetops are very large. This was to the north towards the lake.
Gotcha.
You're still about a day or so out from the forest, so it's kind of hard to make out anything.
Oh, we're still not in the forest yet. I understand.
Correct. So hard to see anything noticeable in the forest.
Mistral's just going to keep his eyes like northward then to make sure that if that is something large and slumbering, that if it wakes up, he'll know. But otherwise, being kind of quiet, sticking to the front.
Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm keeping us stocked up on snacks.
Doug's pretty distracted running the logistics of what the fuck happened last night.
Yeltsin is helping with snacks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm buttering scones and just giving them to Yeltsin.
All right. So with keeping stocked on snacks is, I think you could you're accomplished enough baker that you could probably like do a bit of mixing as you're like walking, but you know that for like anything to rise, you would need like a veritable like area of like heat for it to work. So anything you want to set to rise would have to wait till camp time. Because
Sounds like we're getting matzah, boys. We ain't got time for the bread to rise. We gotta escape from Egypt.
Hashtag Jewish memes.
Well, I can't believe we're all canonically Jewish. That's great.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
More what I mean is Rusa is just making sure that she can pass out snacks whenever people are hungry. She's probably got as many baked goods as she could preserve until we made it to camp, already made from home.
All right.
Gabe!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Specific lore. Yeah, just feeding everyone as we go.
Okay. You're making me read this.
I grew up religious. You don't know how far I'll go.
No, you're making me read this, and it's occupying my time instead of narrating.
Just ignore it, Mike.
You can't! I have 3 screens!
Embrace illiterate.
Fuck off, Emma. That's really good.
Anyways, as your day of travel comes to the end, you're approximately 6 hours, 4 hours out from the forest. So you sort of bed down in not nearly as homely accommodations as you slept in last night.
And when it gets dark out, can we see the stars?
Roll a D100.
Okay.
How many stars are in the universe right now?
A
Never mind, D&D's
maximum
canceled.
of 100 stars.
71.
I'll say for the majority of the night, the stars are visible, but in the more evening or more sort of after midnight hours, it starts to get cloudy again as rain starts to rains on the forecast for tomorrow morning.
So I think before the clouds come in and it begins to rain, Mistral, when we were like making camp, a few hours out from the forest and settling down for the night, he's gonna take out from his like little side bag, one of his many like perfectly square pieces of colored paper, and sort of just lay it on a flat like tablet that he brings around with him, and begins to sort of like looking up at the sky and then like looking down and then just like making a few dots here and there and looking back up, looking down, and like over the course of like 10-20 minutes he starts like doing a little sketch of like a really amateur like star map of what it looks like right now, and he begins to fold that up into a small little origami bird.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything as you sort of like get your camp set up, settle in for the night?
Helping set up camp.
Besides the smell of like really good food, is there anything else that smells interesting?
Go ahead and make me a survival check. Or sorry, perception check.
Perception. No, it's a 4.
It's hard to smell anything past the delicious smell of baked goods emanating from Russo's pack.
Agreed, especially with the buttered scones being placed in my face.
Yeah, it's.
I barely know her scones.
Russo's also cooking something over the fire once the fire gets going.
Oh yeah, no, complete sensory overload there, Yelsi. You can't smell anything else. Your mouth is watering. You attempt, however feebly, to try and scout out a different scent, but it's just not possible for you.
Yeah.
I'm chopping.
At some point, I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. Someone else is trying to look.
I'm chopping firewood for the fire.
I think Doug attempted to help set up like some of the like tents and the sleeping situations.
Do you guys have tents?
Mistral has a sleeping bag.
Yeah, I have a bedroll at the very least.
Oh, I have a bedroll. Yes, I have a bedroll. Okay, we made the bed.
Although, would Mistral know that it's gonna rain later?
It's the rainy season in Sucretia.
Okay.
So
if we want to make like a lean-to or something, I'm sure we could try and do that.
I think maybe like Mistral will like smell the air, and he kind of like smells that, because I don't think he knows much about Sucretia specifically, but I think he smells that like scent that grass sort of emits, or like plants emit before it's about to rain, or like knows the signs to look for, and just sort of gets to getting like tall grasses and taking some of the firewood that Sophia is chopping, and starts like weaving together a sort of like tarp of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
What's your? Could we try and like make a survival check to make some temporary cover from the rain, Michael?
I will say you can either make a survival check, or you specifically, because you've been around crafters your whole life,
Mm-hmm.
you can make a wisdom check with any tools that you think are appropriate.
Hmm.
Well, I have smith tools and jeweler's tools, so I don't think either of those are going to be really appropriate. Um,
I guess you'll just have to learn more crafts.
I'm pretty good at survival though.
I mean,
If you want to,
I'm decent at survival. I've got a 4.
hell yeah, let's do it together then. Mistral will sort of like begin weaving and then look up and see that maybe like Sophia is like watching him
I'm
do
like,
what he's doing.
I'm like splitting logs or something.
Yeah, looks up and says, Sophia,
Yes.
do you know anything about weaving?
Weaving? No, not too much.
I see. I'm trying to construct a tarp for later tonight. It's going to rain.
Tarp, that's a good idea. I was thinking of maybe making a lean-to.
Well, if you'd like to construct the structure, perhaps I could create the protective barrier. I'm currently weaving a tarp of the grasses here.
She nods.
Yelsi in the background with a scone in hand and part of a scone in her mouth. I can weave. You need some help with that?
Oh, yes, I would greatly appreciate some assistance. Perhaps you could sit here with me and we could weave the grass together.
All right. So I'm going to say for this, Gabe's going to make his own separate survival check because he's doing a different task.
Mm-hmm.
And then either Mistral or Yelsi can make a survival check with advantage because they are sort of helping each other.
Mhm.
And then both of these scores will be determine the final DC of what has to be done here.
Okay, I got a 12. That's not bad.
Okay.
A cow. What's Yelsie's survival?
I have too many tabs open and I'm looking for it. Hold on.
No worries. I have a +6.
I opened up a tab to get Yelsie's thumbnail and I'll find it. I swear.
Okay, I believe in you.
Okay, survival 2.
2? Then do you mind if I roll with advantage?
Go for it.
All right.
Let me. I think I have some feats though. Give me just a second.
Oh,
Yeah, you've got 2 of them attached to your legs.
I think maybe Yelsie has more than that. I'm kind of scared.
No, they have extra arms, from what I've seen.
Could be a foot.
Maybe I was thinking of something else. Yeah, that's it. You go it.
Gotcha. I rolled an 18.
All right, 18. So those together, like, you make a pretty serviceable lean-to with a. I don't exactly know what a lean-to is, but you make a pretty serviceable one.
It's like a shitty little like shelter made like of sticks leaning up against some other structure, like a tree or a building or a hillside, and then you cover it with like a tarp or some kind of like cloth or like fabric material to keep like the elements out.
I will say though, this lean-to will comfortably fit 3 of you, and there are 5 of you.
Mistral will stay outside then.
Yelsie will also stay outside.
I mean, we have to swap out for watches anyway, right?
Oh,
Doug
sure.
loves being sheltered, so he will gladly take it.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you for your
course
kindness.
Doug will. Take my damn head.
And we have to keep Rusa safe.
Yes, that goes without
Otherwise,
saying.
we'll starve. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the second most important thing. Doug dry, Rusa safe.
And Mistral will just insist that Sophia get rest and that they will swap off watch later.
Sophia will insist that Mistral gets rest.
I'm quite accustomed to being outside in the elements. I'll be fine, and I'll wake you halfway through the night so you can swap off with me.
Okay, but you better wake me.
I plan on it. Don't worry. I'll keep us safe.
All right. Speaking of keeping people safe and keeping watches,
Yeah.
Mishal is the first one up. Then I'll need
It's
probably.
me and Yelsey, right?
That's up to you guys.
Oh,
Yes.
also, while we were weaving the lean-to's tarp, Mistral did like find like some dandelions and like normal like plains like weed flowers and made a little flower crown for Yelsey.
Aw.
Oh my god.
All right, make another survival.
For the flower crown?
Let's see how well you do.
Oh, okay. That's a 19.
It's pretty good. Pretty good file crowd.
You get the dialogue pop up. Yelsey will remember this.
Mitchell just like gives her a nod, and if she doesn't have anything to say, he'll just go back to weaving the tarp, but like with a little smile on his face.
Anyways, so it's Yelsey and Mistral in first watch. There's gonna be 3 total watches.
Mm.
All right. So either one of you can give me a perception check at advantage, or you can both give me individual perception checks.
What are you thinking, Yels?
I think that your perception is better than mine, probably.
I do got that +8.
Yeah, I think you should do it.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So during y'all's watch, with the sound of sort of the bugs sort of intertwining with the crackling of the fire, not a whole lot is going on in your sort of limited vision here. No sort of snaps of the twigs in the distance or crunching of the wet grass. No, you're pretty well suited here, Mistral, as you're staying alert, keeping people safe as you promised.
Yeah. Mistral sort of just like leans down into the grass, like on his knees, feet beneath his butt, and is just like very peacefully sitting there, kneeled, eyes like closed, just like chin cocked up, and just feeling the air around him and the wind around him, and just listening. And he's like very content, very at peace. And his hair
As
is
you're
sort of
listening to the
billowing.
wind, as you're listening to the wind,
Mm-hmm.
It feels not like in specific turmoil for the most part, but just like just like hurried. It's a rainstorm. It's blowing by. It's but probably towards the end of your shift is you're sort of getting ready to nod off and take your spot in the lean-to. You swore you could have heard like a whispered plea on the wind.
Mistral's eyes like shoot open immediately, and he looks over at Yelsey to see if she heard anything.
Would I have to roll anything to have heard it as well, or is this a Mistral specific thing?
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me.
Uh-oh. 9.
Wind's kind of kicking up, but it's almost raining. That tracks.
Making sure the snacks stay dry.
Yelsey, did you hear anything?
Yelsey looks over and she's like, "Yeah, what?"
I thought I heard something on the wind. It sounded like a cry for help.
Yelsey looks over at their team and then looks back at Mistral and just like, "Well, does it sound like harpies?"
I don't think so. Although I'm not certain. I've not encountered many harpies in my time. But if there's someone out there that needs help, it's about to be raining quite hard. I wouldn't want someone to be stuck out in the weather like this.
Yelsey does look like the very exaggerated, conflicted expression that a kid would have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but they're asleep. And what if someone takes our snacks?
Well, I don't think anyone will be taking our snacks if you're here to guard them. It's a very important job.
Yelsey, like, so are you going to go?
I think I might just do a short lap around the area just to see if I hear anything. Due
Okay,
diligence
but
and all of that.
you'll have to cry out louder so that I can hear you.
Okay, I'll be certain to shout as loud as I can if I encounter danger.
Yelsey gives you a thumbs up.
Gives you a curt, polite nod, and then rises very straight from the ground up to a standing position off his knees. Shrink takes a long bow staff off his back, kind of presses it into the ground and strings it into a bow, pulls an arrow out of the quiver at his side, and then just notches it at the ready and begins to sort of slowly walk through the grass in a spiraling circle around the camp. Sort of just keeping an ear out, keeping an eye out, kind of smelling at the air, just trying to see if he can hear that cry again or if any sort of noise is nearby.
All right. As you follow the wind here, I will say you get maybe 5 minutes away from camp towards the woods, and just before you think the very generic it must have been the wind, quite literally, you hear
Oh.
you hear something a bit more clearly as you sort of
Oh. Am I the only one who can see this, Michael? Or is everyone?
yes.
Oh, spooky. Let me write this down.
I did misspell something there.
Oh, Michael, belated. I forgot that I picked feral as my background.
Feral?
Yeah. And so that comes with
You are
weather.
feral.
I am feral, thank you. And it's just for the weather stuff. That's it.
It gonna rain.
It gonna rain real hard.
And Michael, does this voice sound familiar? Is this something that I've
You've never heard this
before?
voice before.
Ooh, that's so spooky. Okay. Yeah, Mitchell hears that, and I think he... Hello? Is anyone there? Do you need help? Who are you?
As you call out to the elements, it starts to rain.
I think the bright white puffy cloud of Mitchell's hair that's tied up in the ponytail, it's constantly billowing and trailing off into nothing, grows darker and grayer and a little bit more droopy as the weather around him changes too. And as he's trying to hear and listen out, the static of the rain hitting the ground is too much for him to hear again. He just, all right then. I will try to heed your warning. Thank you. And he just turns and heads back to camp.
As you turn and head back, one more word comes to you, and I'm just going to DM this to you directly on Discord.
Oh my. Got you. Understood. Oh, what does that mean? Okay, cool.
Yes, you return to camp.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yelsie, are the snacks dry?
Yelsie gives a big thumbs up.
You've done a wonderful job, my friend. Um, hopefully our weaving skills have gone to good use. Does anyone seem wet? I just like peek into the lean-to to see that everyone's sleeping and see if there's any drips or leaks.
Snooze.
Snooze.
Is it
Right.
a cute little honk shoe?
Little honk shoe, yeah.
No honk me.
No honk maybe.
All right. Who is next up on the watch?
Mr. will place a gentle hand on Sophia's shoulder.
She punches the fuck out of it. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, she awakens to his touch.
I was like, yeah, she punches him.
Miss Sophia, it has begun to rain.
Right, of course. My turn.
No danger yet, but keep an ear out. I think I heard something, but I'm unsure if it's a threat or not yet.
I'll keep an eye and an ear out for it.
Good. And I'll just be in here, so if you need anything, you'd only
Of course.
come get me. All right. Gives a curt nod.
Is Yelsie still up?
So Yelsie is getting their face in the lean-to, and it is a lot of fumbling around with their pack because there's snacks in her pack, and then about to lay down, and then realizes she has a very delicate flower crown on her head, and then it's just like, how do I do this?
Oh no.
That's cute.
But eventually settles to putting it on top of her pack and hugging her pack, and then going to sleep promptly.
Aww.
Okay.
That's very adorable. So is it just Sophie solo bolo on this one?
Yeah.
All right, Sophie, give me a perception check.
All right, I'm gonna do that. That's a 9. Let's go.
All right. So as you're sort of looking into the fire, you're sort of distracted in like making sure you're not like completely rained on, as the rain has started in earnest now. So you're sort of focused with keeping the fire going and everything. And as you're sort of like, I wouldn't say you're struggling. You've had to work much harder at keeping much weaker flames alive than this one.
Mm-hmm.
But sort of tending this fire does remind you of your childhood when you were first learning how to how to light a forge properly and keep that forge keep the flame going for long enough for the stones to come up to temp and help sort of regulate that high temperature. Um, so you're sort of thrown back in those sort of throes of nostalgia as you sort of remember you sort of like your determination to get this correct and prove your sort of devotion not only to like your father but to yourself and to Agma. Um, you remember the doors to the shop sort of opening and you sort of like like freezing and the fire sort of like going out as your father sort of like asks who's there and you have to like before he assumes it's an intruder you come out and you're scolded by your dad. It was just sort of like trying to keep the fire alive just sort of reminds you of that sort of like childish trip up.
Okay.
Skits is sort of like patrolling the area around you.
Wait, the skits help me? Oh yeah, skits can help me.
Yeah, skits can typically help you.
Oh, it's too late now.
It's okay. But Skits does sort of like look as you're sort of entranced in this fire. Uh, as the next sort of hours go by, nothing really jumps out at you. Like I said, you're on a pretty safe uh, route, foot travel wise. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. So, as the last round of watch comes along, who do you wake?
I very gently wake up the doctor.
So as you touch him,
Mhm.
he's very cold, like weirdly cold.
Death.
I shake him.
Dr. Worm, you get shaken. You're awake.
Doctor?
Oh, I'm muted. Oh, ugh. Ugh. What's the what?
Oh, okay, you're up.
This is cold out.
Yes, you seem very cold. Why don't you go warm yourself on the fire and keep watch for the final hours of the evening? Skits can assist you.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, who? Who can assist me?
You see the small little robot crawl up and like perch
Okay.
itself onto your shoulder.
All right. Some notes. He did not write down the previous day in the book, so I have to do the wisdom check for that.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, what?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, well that's still fine. So he's sitting by the fire.
And Skits is helping him with this.
Probably a good.
Maybe not the save, but the watch.
10, maybe like. It's just a complete focus on that book and nothing about those before he goes back to the watch proper.
Mm-hmm. So yes. Go ahead and make a perception check at advantage because Skits is helping you.
Okay.
Let's go, Dr. Worm.
And his mood about the whole thing is he's not happy about it. I'll tell you what. But
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
All right, 12.
Better than an 8.
It is cold outside. It's dark, it's cold, you're hungry, probably a rock in your boot.
Yeah. It's one of those rocks you can't find very easily. The worst.
So you like spend a lot of your time sort of like trying to find that rock in your boots. And then as you try and keep yourself from writing what you did, it's just there's just sort of like it's like a mental grin in the back of your head as you just sort of like look on, just a bit disappointed, like that it has been written in your book. As you sort of look around at your newfound companions here, your mind sort of wanders. It doesn't stay very long on many things, but actually, do you have anything in particular you want to think about, or?
I look to Skits and I'm like, how much communication do you have with Sophia?
It starts gesturing and gesticulating. it can't communicate with you.
Man's playing
Alright.
fucking charades.
Go ahead and give me an insight check for Skits' gestures, emotes.
22.
Yeah, even with your fucking eye for deceit on full blast, it's just waving at you. But you feel like if it was trying to deceive you, it couldn't.
Alright. He's not gonna trust that. So he's gonna... Because the thing he wants to do is he wants to take a look at that finger. But he's not gonna do that in front of something that can say, point to, hey. So he's not doing that.
Mm. All right. All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
Okay.
Sorry, a d12.
He's also doing regular watch things that one would expect, so. That's a 2.
All right. Towards the end of your watch, your ears do pick up on something, on some movement. And as you sort of look up, in the early sort of stretches of dawn or sort of filtering in light, you can see that it looks like a pack of coyotes was curious about your group. But once you sort of like sit up, it just sort of like the main one just sort of like yelping and starts running off into the south direction, into the grasslands.
Goddamn dogs. It's right to run.
Man, fuck them dogs.
Sits back down, indignant. Vindicated.
So grumpy.
They aren't gonna mess with me, I'm a wizard. I have several degrees.
Where I am, dogs aren't.
Yeah.
As you watch the retreating forms, there's that morbid miniature like intrusive thought in the back of your head, just like, Coyote's skin boots would really warm you up in the winter, probably.
Yeah, nice fur-lined boots. Bet one of these people know how to, work leather.
That's just gone as soon as it is, and then the morning comes, and as you go to wake everyone for the next day, I believe Rusa actually wakes up, being a baker.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
She
about
wakes
to
up
walk
early.
in. I'm like about to walk in, and Rusa's already like up and like stretching or whatever. Oh, good morning. Awkward.
Morning, doctor.
Nothing to report. No, that's not true. I saw some coyotes, but that's coyotes. They probably like the food smell.
Oh, yes. Probably. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Fine as it ever is.
I see. Well, it would be good to look out for them in the future then.
Yeah.
We could always give them food, so that they are not compelled to eat our flesh.
Pretty easy to dispose of them, I've found in my travels, if necessary. But did look to be a
Shouldn't
pack.
be necessary. We have plenty of food.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair enough.
Speaking of food, I am going to get some breakfast started.
Do you need any help?
Oh no, that's all right. Feel free to get some more rest if you'd like.
Okay. And I think he's gonna gently nudge everyone else awake with some grumbling something. Bruce is making breakfast. Something, get the day going. Grumble, grumble.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah.
All right, you will each are sort of stirred awake by the very grumpy doctor. And Russo, why don't you go ahead and make me a cook utensils check? Use any stat you'd like, but this morning you're gonna make it with disadvantage.
Because it's raining.
No.
It's damp.
Is it wet?
It's your first time camping.
No.
The vibes.
It's actually not Russo's first time being out in the wilds at all.
It's not.
It's you since you left home, you've always had some days where you're just it just doesn't feel as down in the dumps as it just doesn't feel good to like be alive. I'm sorry. Not much.
Yeah.
It's not much better way to say that.
Break out the ramen. We're making the depression meal.
But just something in your core, just something's acting up today. Like you're able to be cheery and everything, but your heart's just not fully in what you're doing today.
Okie dokie. She's not going to let anyone know that because they would be worried and that would not be good. Let's see. What is my bonus?
Emma, you are a little quiet right now.
Oh yeah, I'm mumbling.
Okay.
Oh wait. Is this okay?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, good. I will just make sure not to mumble.
Mumble away.
Mumble.
Cook's utensil.
Mumbo?
Mumble.
Mumbo.
Mambo number 5.
Never mind.
Mumbo jumbo.
I suppose that'll be a survival check. So that's a 14.
All right.
I rolled an 8.
It's pretty good. Despite everything. Everyone seems to enjoy it, so you do sort of have that sort of like, God damn it, Riley. You do sort of have that, like good heart feeling as people seem to be enjoying your breakfast.
Yeah, I think she's just a little bit quieter than usual. It's hard to tell what her like low state is because it's still a good meal. It's probably like bacon and some like potatoes cooked in the bacon fat and then some breads.
As someone who kind of knows Rusa reasonably well, can I do a perception? And if I don't catch it, I don't catch it. But
You're gonna roll an insight here, actually.
I was
Insight.
gonna ask if I could roll insight too because I spent a week living with her once.
Yeah,
I will.
Bro, you guys need to learn to mind your own business. Jesus.
Yeah, but we know you.
Emma, actually, you don't have to roll deception here. I have my own DC for this.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I'm just kidding. You guys can be nosy bitches.
I'm a nosy bitch because I care.
Nosy bitches is how you make friends in D&D.
All right. Riley, what's yours?
Not as good as Dr. Worm's. It's a 17.
All right. Mistral, you can't detect anything wrong. Dr. Worm, you can't place it. Just you can't place it like looking at her, but like you sort of like doing your own sort of like intrusive study into people not being okay. There's something's wrong.
What do you mean by that, Mike?
I said what I said. Something's wrong, but it just seems like it's best to not talk about it here.
Yeah. He's opted for, I will observe and only comment if it seems to be like impeding things. Or like particularly troubling her.
But you can see that she is gladdened that everyone seems to enjoy the meal she cooked.
Mhm.
So there's a bit of sunshine on that rainy day.
Yeah.
If Dr. Worm had to like pull out like a chart of their moods, hers is mostly like rain clouds, but there's like a bit of sun peeking out because of the breakfast.
Partly cloudy with some rain.
With a chance of meatballs.
Yep.
Meatballs fall on Mistral and he dies.
Nah, I dodged them.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your deck safe.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good, actually.
actually.
It's 24.
Too bad. The
Little
DC
baby
is
stuff.
25. You die.
Shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's like even on the road, Rusa never loses her touch.
Yeah.
Your cooking is quite good. I'm impressed.
Oh, thank you.
This is very good.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yossi is busy eating.
Mhm.
That's her compliments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Having this child.
Actually, I think I can do that. I love you forever. You need to stay with us.
That sounds pretty accurate, actually.
Now that everyone's awake, worst I spotted was some coyotes stalking the camp.
Mm.
When I stood up, they seemed to flee, so if they are waiting around, it's likely they're not going to strike tonight. They're probably going to wait until we're more worn down.
I shall keep an ear out for them.
We can deal with any coyotes.
I'm not particularly worried about them.
Oh, that's good. He says while stringing his bow now.
All right. So, with breakfast eaten and warnings given, or reports given, you set out for this next 4-hour leg to get to the edge of the woods. Whole lot of nothing is going on besides, the light rain that's sort of like, it's like a drizzle, but like nothing sort of like super interruptive. But Rusa,
Yeah.
the closer you get to the woods, the stormier the clouds seem. Like in your mood.
I think as is it like purely emotional, or is there anything like physical going on with it as well?
I want you, Emma, actually.
Yes.
I want you to tell me if you are trying to make a big deal about checking yourself about this or not.
No.
In this case, it would be passive perceptions and insights, because people are not focusing on you.
Right. I think she is very much trying not to make a big deal about it, but she is going to like sort of try to be casual, but like sort of falling towards the back so that people's eyes aren't on her, so that she can check.
All right. So if you're falling towards the back, I'm going to subtract 2 from everyone's sort of passive insight and perception. As I get these up, go ahead and make either a stealth check or a deception check.
Okay. Let's see. Where's deception? That's a 14 again.
All right.
Both are 14 for me, Mike. Insight and perception passive with the -2.
All right. Where would you say Sophia is in regards to the group?
probably somewhere in the middle. She's probably letting Mistral take the lead, since he's the best woodsman. Sure, woodsman.
Like traveler.
Yeah.
I don't know. Survivalist.
Since he's simply
All
the
right.
best.
All right, so Mitchell, you hear a bit of shuffling behind you, but like, it's it could be a number of things. Do you like looking back? It's not like outwardly anything suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like Russo's sort of like fallen back, and seeing how close you are to the woods, it's understandable.
Yeah. Do I notice that Sophia is seeing this too?
I'm actually getting to that. I'm going to say that the 14 deception meets it, so it beats it.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say if Sophia sees this and goes after Rusa, I would leave it be. But if no one else notices and Rusa's falling to the back, I think Mr. would maybe be a little curious.
Um,
So I don't know if he'll like go to her and like he's not gonna make a huge deal of it, but like I don't know, he notices her fall to the back and is maybe just keeping an eye on her. Like, and maybe even out of a concern of like, well, coyotes might be following us, and if Rusa falls to the back of the pack, like she might be seen as a target to pick off from the rest of the group.
Right.
all right. So as these thoughts are sort of like coming to you, you can just see Rusa just like checking herself, and Rusa, what you see is that um probably around your diaphragm area, there's like a small glow. It's not enough to like pierce the fabric of your clothes, but like there's like a small glow around your diaphragm.
Okay. Um.
Just a small glow around the diaphragm.
Yeah, like
Mm.
So, how chilly is it out here?
it's decently chilly. It's been raining for most of the day, so I'd say around. You guys are in Ohio. I don't know what's chilly for you guys. We'll say
Mods?
it's a nice like 53 degrees.
That's chilly?
I live in Florida and Texas, you nincompoop.
Ohio gets like fucking cold. I don't know if it goes into the negatives, but
It can sometimes. It depends on the
can,
year.
but I think like 45 I would consider like
Okay, so it's like 45.
okay. So I think she probably brought some extra layers since it's been a little bit chilly. So she's probably just gonna like wrap a scarf around her neck, just kind of, to ward off the cold, and for no other reason at all.
Do I notice that glow, Mike?
No, it does
No?
not permeate her clothing.
Okay, just checking.
Yeehaw. With that settled, I think Rusa like tries to relax a little bit. Maybe has a snack,
Mm.
but it's hard to kind of shake the worry and a little bit of gloom. She just tries to keep it up.
Yeah. Just very casually, Mishra will just not making a big deal of it, sort of fall back to be near Rusa, and then sort of just undo a clasp around his neck and pull off his like overcloak and just sort of wrap it around her, seeing that she looks uncomfortable and is wrapping a scarf around her neck and has fallen to the back of the pack. He's just gonna wrap the cloak around her and just say, "It is getting a bit chilly, isn't it? Perhaps you'd be warmer in the center. It might be safer to stay closer to the middle of the group, with coyotes around. Here, take my cloak." And he just clips it around your shoulders.
Will you not be cold?
I don't think so.
It's kind of chilly.
I do appreciate a bit of brisk air. It's good for the lungs.
Are you sure?
He nods.
She gives him a little smile, which I think probably reads as a little bit sort of a little forlorn almost, like a little bit melancholy, which
Yeah.
isn't super unusual for her. She kind of has that vibe if you like know her for long enough.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more pronounced right now though.
Just stay close, all right? Don't fall too far behind.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. And he returns to the front.
She'll kind of scoot up into the middle of the group at his behest, with the scarf being safely in place. Kind of wraps the cloak around tighter.
All right. So, with that done, you continue along your journey and you reach the edge of the woods here. The dirt path sort of ends, and you can just sort of see like a well-trodden uh, path through the leaves and the trees of this sort of thick forest. Being at the forefront, Mistral, you can the sort of presence of nature is pretty strong here. You can tell that there's probably a few sets of eyes on you. None of them at the current are like malicious. They're just like woodlands fauna.
Mm-hmm. Normal critters.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. If we're in the woods for too long, we might need to hunt up more food.
Mm-hmm. But as you're sort of getting ready, like the group's getting ready to sort of go off road here, why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check?
Okay. It's pretty good. 24.
You're sort of scouting ahead. You can see like as you sort of break through like those first two sort of like trees that are like marking a pathway through, you can see immediately to the right there's like a cleanly picked like bovine skeleton missing its skull.
Just like you can see that from the edge of the woods.
Like when it's like you go up to these two trees, it's like a bit of like a trek upwards, like a small hill. And then when you like pass these two trees to the right, it's just like clear signs, cleanly picked bovine skeleton.
Gotcha. I freeze. Head's gone. I just take a listen. I take a look around. I'm like, that's not normal. Something has clearly hunted this very large beast. Would this be in line with like what harpies do? Do they pick bones clean? Do they take skulls?
Harpies are sort of like they have a bit of spiritualism about them. Spiritualism to the savagery. They act like many sorts of like they have like avian aspects of all sorts. So to see a cleanly picked skeleton would not be unusual, and it would be in line with like harpy behavior because even in like rough times they are sort of scavengers and like social outcasts, so they make the use of a lot of what they have.
Yeah, I think it almost reminds Mistral of like early on in his life, like going with his sister to feed the Benassi and like seeing them like pick like a goat clean and leave its skeleton behind.
Somewhere, Charity's screaming into the void.
First of all, how dare you?
What, Charity can't handle a goat getting picked clean?
Charity loves goats.
Goats are to be protected.
I'm so sorry, Charity. I don't think that they'd have cows where Mistral's from. I think they may have goats instead.
Yeah, goats are good in mountainous
goats
areas.
Are great. Yeah.
So yes.
Unfortunately, the Benassi kill goats. But Nistra will nod, seeing that, and just like very quietly turn back and step back.
The skull missing is a bit concerning.
Yeah. That's something a harpy wouldn't do.
That means there's a harpy with some semblance of intelligence.
That's classic harpy behavior.
I thought all harpies had a little bit of intelligence.
Like they like more so than the rest. It's just like the skull was taken. You would guess as sort of like a status symbol.
Interesting. So there's like some kind of social hierarchy amongst the harpies.
There's a harpy, and then there's a harpy wearing a necklace of skulls,
which is pretty sick. Okay, so I will return to the group and report what I've seen. Very close to the edge of the forest, I've seen already a skeleton picked clean. I believe the harpies are more active than we previously believed. Keep your wits about you. They might be more intelligent than we expected.
Hmm.
And I will knock an arrow.
We should keep a good lookout then.
Fun.
Everyone, if you use any form of weaponry, please have it at the ready.
I cast mage armor on myself.
Describe your mage armor, please.
I didn't think about it.
All right, get back to me on it.
If we're
Yeah, you'll see
preparing,
we'll pull a crossbow out.
if we're preparing to go into the woods, is anyone do this to one thing, right? Hold on.
Hold up.
Oh, this is at the end of a long rest. So I guess I would have done this when we woke up for the
We
day.
did just long rest.
Well, we've been
Mhm.
traveling for some time. Yeah, who's wearing armor?
I've got leather armor.
You've got leather armor, okay. What about the rest of you?
What's armor?
I don't think anyone else wears armor.
No.
I feel like I might be because my AC is 14, which is
What's your dexterity?
it is +4.
Yeah, there you go.
That is why.
Oh, it's 10 plus. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no armor
Oh,
is
there's
10 plus your dex.
Yeah, no armor, just a dress.
Hmm.
I'm trying to see. I think I just wear like clothes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank God.
What's your AC, Riley?
Well, my AC is probably like 11 or 12. Mistral's AC is 15.
15. Okay. Then yes, I would have granted you a +1 bonus to AC for your armor.
Oh, what does that look like when you do that?
At the beginning of the day, before we set out, I say a prayer over your armor before you don it for the day, and it's sort of like it looks like it's very well taken care of. I'm sure it is. I would say it looks like it's almost
Brand
new.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the wear and tear is like not there anymore.
Yeah.
Mistral like runs like a reverent hand over the leather and like almost feeling for where he's familiar with the scratches and marks, and he doesn't find them. He's like, oh, this is magnificent work. Thank you.
This is just to help with the battles that may be coming.
I see. Thank you, Sophia. This will keep me safe. I appreciate your concern and your aid.
And you, in turn, will keep the rest of us safe.
I swear it.
You don't need to
And
swear it.
he's like a little like if this were me, he'd have his fingers like index fingers pointing into each other.
Yeah, he's like kneeling, giving her like fealty or whatever, and she's just like, "I am blessing your armor. Chill out."
This is a huge deal to him. But he is in that kneeling position, and he's like running his hands over the arm, and he's like not making eye contact with you, but like just saying these words, and he's blushing a little bit. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, just stay safe.
You as well. I'll ensure it. And he stands, and then begins to don his armor.
I will say, Gabe, you don't technically have to do it at the end of the long rest. It just requires a long rest to be able to do it again, I will say.
Okay.
So you can do this when, like, as a preparation whenever.
Gotcha. Okay.
You just have to take a long rest.
Okay, so
you do
it's
that.
just once a day. I don't have to do it at the long rest.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what mechanically did this do?
+1 AC.
All right. I want you to roll me a d20, please, Gabe.
Me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 19.
As you go to do this, you feel a bit fuzzy in your magic. And the glow bestowed is a bit brighter. Riley, you actually get a +2 to your AC.
Oh, hell
Holy shit.
yeah.
What the heck? I'll take it.
Let's go.
Thanks.
How long have you had this armor?
It's the only armor I've ever owned.
Then I would say with this, just to add a little bit more flavor to it, it usually fits very well. It fits like perfectly to you.
It's like sculpted to my body.
Almost, yeah.
Wow. It even fits differently.
We all
Your
like
magic
take a
is
glance at it.
Truly a wonder.
Mistral.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, he's hot.
Yeah, now that it's sculpted to his body, you can see like his abs and like all the little like tiny like swimmers, runners muscles in his torso.
You can see
Does
his
he have a
6-pack
butt?
and his cum gutters.
His cum gutters.
Never mind.
I'm sorry, I saw the chance and I had to take it.
His vagina bone.
His vagina bones, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You can see his vagina bones.
With that,
His vajones.
Oh.
can we
I'll go
stop?
back for you.
Please.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I'm also sorry, Michael.
Oh, jeez. But marveling at after marveling at Mistral's new and vastly improved armor, you each sort of share a look, sort of nod, and take the steps into the woods. Begin your next adventure, and here's where I'm going to call an eensy bit of a break. We have about 2 hours left until the call off point.
Mm-hmm.
So grab your water, grab a snack.
Hell
Will
yeah.
do.
I'm gonna grab some water right
I'm gonna
now.
get some chocolate.
Yeah, thanks for the +2 armor. This is pretty poggers.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Hey, don't thank me.
Thank you, Sophia.
I'm sure that also means other magical abilities that our other people have, not us, are also gonna be.
I'm
Okay.
sure it's fine.
I will
think
say
it will be fine.
this wasn't me buffing you for the hell of it. This is me buffing it because I know something that you guys don't.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Boy howdy.
What is it?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, darn.
What is it?
All right, I'll be right back.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, there's something weird going on that is interacting with magic. I wonder if you would roll poorly, if it would have like dulled the magical effect. Like, I wonder if it's just like a wild magic type deal.
Could have been. I hope not.
But yeah. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back in a sec. 17 AC. Can you imagine?
All right, I'm back. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Back.
Welcome back.
We are so bad.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Guys,
back.
we are so back.
I made
All right.
myself warm chocolate.
Ooh.
Warm choco.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I made myself
Not hot
popcorn.
chocolate.
It's the same as hot chocolate, but I put cold water in it once it's all made, so I can drink it.
No wait time.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Genius.
All right, we all back. All right, continuing on with part 2
Mm-hmm.
of episode 2,
Mm-hmm.
session 2.
Part 2 of episode
All right.
2, yes.
Full Metal Alchemist.
All
Right,
right.
Full Metal
Oh.
Alchemist.
Was that
You
an
guys-
initial voice?
This because there's always 2 voices.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you head deeper into the forest, Mitchell, you start to see more skeletons the deeper you go in. Not all bovine. There's just smaller creatures, hares, deer, a boar.
What is the headless to not headless ratio here?
The hare's head is missing. The deer antlers are missing. The boar head is still there.
All right, its tusk's still there.
No.
Gotcha. So it's like it feels like they're like picking adornments and trophies, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I point out all the skeletons to the rest of the party, and like make them aware of my theory that the harpies might be more intelligent or have some kind of hierarchy because they're picking these like trophies and adornments.
Doug's just like, they're not even taking the most interesting bones. It's really the pity.
And what are the most interesting bones, Doctor?
I'm glad you asked, and that's like the next like a half hour of this walk is him explaining what the most interesting bones are on each animal.
Hell yeah.
Sophia's favorite bones are the tibia and the fibia.
Why?
Oh, because they sound so funny.
I thought that was the funny bone.
That's the humorous you're looking for. Little little doctor humor.
I thought that's actually why they called it that.
Is that not why they call it the humorous?
No.
Hmm.
She nods.
I nod sagely.
I was about to say she nods sagely, but understands nothing.
Sophia and Mitchell shake hands and confused, but
Mhm.
but nodding.
All right. So
Russo takes the scarf off. And puts it back in the bag.
Yeltsin, I'll say as each animal that gets pointed out, you go hungry and hungry because it's like, man, who's having meat without me?
I know.
Bro, they didn't save any for you.
Show
Yeah, they're
me the
being
meat.
clean.
It's so rude.
You should let the inner beast out about this. Let your rage show.
Thinking
Getting
about
hangry.
it. Really.
All right. About an hour into your trek here, you come to the edge of a decently a river. You don't know how deep it is. Water's pretty murky. Well, the water's not exactly murky. There's just a lot of it, so you can't see to the bottom.
Let me look at my equipment. See what I can use.
Can I do a survival check to look around?
Sure.
You know my alphabet. Yeltsin is only gonna roll low today. It's 5.
You look around and you can see a fallen tree trunk on the other side of the river. Actually, I'll give you guys a visual.
Oh!
As soon as my Roll20 decides to cooperate.
I was going to say, if there's a log on the other side of the river that we can use to cross, Mistral might try to like tie a rope to an arrow and fire it up a log to like lodge it and then try to pull the log across.
Well, it is the log right there.
Okay. I can't move my guy.
Oh, well, you guys should put your tokens on this side of the river then.
Sophia, do you think if I lodge an arrow into that log there, with a rope tied to it, the group of us could be strong enough to pull it?
That would take a lot of effort. I don't know if we have that in us.
I look at Yeltsin.
Yeltsin is getting ready, puts her feet in the ground, or puts her pack down. I would say that you must notice that Yeltsin is wearing the flower crown.
Oh.
Good.
Between you and Yeltsin, you don't think we'll have enough strength?
I mean, I am pretty strong myself, but that is a whole ass log.
I see. Perhaps we should try to find another way to cross then.
And it looks like it's embedded in the, riverbed itself.
I just realized that Farrell also has struggle with words, and so I only know one language. And,
we don't have to count that. It's fine.
Okay.
I think Yeltsin speaking more childlike is a good way to translate that.
Yeah.
Got you. Don't worry, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, you've been doing a great job of it. Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. How fast is the river flowing? Like, is it dangerous? Would it be dangerous to cross?
It wouldn't be easy to cross, but it won't you put a foot in and it whisks you down.
Yeah. So I'm thinking instead of pulling the actual log across, if I fire an arrow with a rope at the log, it's just something good that we could like stick it to, and then use the rope as like a thing to hold onto to help steady us as we cross.
We do have some high ground up here.
Yeah. Maybe we could even like tie the rope to this tree here,
Yeah.
and then fire it from there, and then zip line across. Not zip line across, but have something to hold on to.
I'm googling long jump. I forgot how much what
The long jump
what the
rules.
formula is.
I think it's if you have like a 10-foot head start, you can jump up to your strength like score.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So Mistral will make his way around.
Making his way.
Making his way.
Uh-huh.
Don't kill yourself trying to.
And start tying one end of his rope to one of the branches of the tree.
Why don't you make a quick perception check for me?
I would love to. Also, my passive is 18. In case that
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Great. Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So as you're tying the rope around this tree, you notice that there's markings on the tree. Tribal markings, almost. Mainly caused by sharp tools or talons carving into the bark.
Do they seem to be specific symbols of any kind?
There is a big sort of rough etching of a cow skull, combined with several other variety of smaller bones.
Like a depiction of this? Like this represents someone, maybe?
It just sort of seems to be like a tribal symbol.
I don't know what that means necessarily. just
It's like a symbol that denotes like a specific people, like
an affiliation with a group. So like this is this like okay, I understand. So by Mr. will notice this as he's tying his knot and then sort of call down to the rest of the group. I believe I've spotted something up here that denotes a territorial marker. I wouldn't be surprised if, once we cross this river, the Harpies would consider us in their territory. And then he continues tying the rope.
Well, that's good. We want them to find us, so.
ELC cracks her knuckles. About time.
All right. You finished tying off the knot.
All right, I tie the other end to one of my longer arrows. The arrowhead is one that's like much thicker and sturdier, and has like sort of a barbed tip, so that once it goes into something, it's hard to pull out or yank out.
Okay.
So that when I pierce the log, it'll stick in there.
Okay.
And I will pull my bow out in front of me, notch the arrow, do a very long, careful draw, aim for just a moment, and then let the arrow fly across the river, aiming a little bit higher to account for the weight of the rope.
All right, roll to attack.
Hi-ya! 16 plus 8, 24.
All right, it's a log. It's not hard to hit it. You hit the log pretty solidly, actually. You
I yank the rope, testing its strength.
It stays sturdy.
Gotcha.
I do an athletics check on the rope.
Okay, go ahead.
Never mind.
It's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, that's great. That's definitely going to hold our weight.
I believe we should go one at a time, just in case. Perhaps the lightest first.
I'll go first. ELC does not wait for confirmation.
Oh yeah.
Just real quick, just not even like, I don't even know why I'm bringing up. How many of you can swim?
Can or
Can swim?
That's a good question.
define? How would we know?
Have you ever been swimming before?
Oh, all the time. Yes.
Someone taught you to swim.
I don't know if
Probably.
Sophia would know how to swim. She grew up underneath
swim.
the ground.
There could be like underwater reservoirs.
And maybe the place that you grew up in had water.
Why are you guys just making this so easy for yourselves?
Sorry. I mean, for Mistral, it would make a lot of sense for him
Listen,
to
Mistral, it makes sense. Sophia grew up underground.
Then no, she doesn't want to swim.
She's not an athlete. She's a smith. She probably never went on a beach vacation.
What's a beach?
Sophia's never been swimming before. There's only one way to know if she knows how to swim.
Okay. So yeah.
It's like when someone makes the bitch and beach joke, but
Yeah.
the joke doesn't fall because they don't know what beach is.
Yeah.
So
Ken is screaming.
so Mistral, yes. Sophia, no. Who else?
Can Rusa swim?
She can. She grew up in a little coastal village.
Yeah.
Doug knows how to swim. I don't think he particularly is
He
an
chooses
Olympic
not to.
swimmer. Yes, he often chooses not to. But at some point he learned.
I wouldn't be surprised if Yelsey knows how to swim, but Yelsey, I don't think was, as a butcher's child, I don't think that was really a thing.
If I've learned anything about spiders and drain spouts, though, Cal, it just doesn't work.
Unless you're one of those spiders that can like glide across the surface.
Oh, that dude.
A surskit?
Yeah, dude.
Spider?
All right. Sorry, I was responding to a text from one of my future bosses.
Tell him I said hi.
I will not.
Smart move, Michael.
You're right. You love me too much.
So
And then I get you that promotion.
so Rusa, yes. Mistral, yes. Sophie, no. I heard Surskit. Are we talking about Yelsey?
Yelsey is a maybe. I don't know. Like,
Where did Yelsey grow up?
Yelsey grew up in a small village with a butcher as their father.
Where was this village located?
I didn't think that far.
All right. I'll say no.
Okay.
And then Dr. Worm in your 40 odd years of living.
At some point, yes. Recently, no. You don't really forget how to swim, so I would say not particularly well, but he can.
All right.
He
So-
was just by the docks, wasn't he?
He throws people into the water, not himself.
Ah. Important distinctions.
Yeah.
Unless it was him in the water.
Who knows?
I have my own fan theory based on a specific TV show that I'm sure no one else has seen.
I'll hear it.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, I was drinking water.
How's
can
Yelsey
hear.
getting across, Michael? What kind of a
It's
check is it?
It's actually no check required for Yelsey. It's quite easy for Yelsey to go across this strand of rope
Nice.
for no
Nice.
particular reason.
I wonder why that was so
Don't worry
easy for
about
her.
it.
Wow.
Crazy.
Don't worry about it.
Weird. I yell over to Yelsey, you should tie it to the log. The rope.
Yelsey does so. It's a knot that you use to tie like hog's legs or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Hog
So
tie?
you can- yeah, so you can bloodlet things.
Nice.
Those are strong.
Bro, we're gonna let so much blood out of this log.
Yeah, it's gonna be dry.
Bring it up.
I'm gonna bleed this
Oh.
log.
Do I still have 15 temporary hit points?
Yep.
I also want to know about that. I forget what it's from.
Good food.
It was
Oh,
food,
yeah,
right?
Rose thinks about how he could have cast an unseen servant to just tie that. Yeah, nobody asked him. What the
I have
fuck?
17.
Can't believe it.
Hey man, Doug could have said anything at any time.
All right.
No, you
but
have to ask him.
Yes, Yelsey's across, and does Yelsey tie the rope?
Yelsey will tie it. Tie it
Okay.
down. Because Yelsey has very yummy food person, and then the sweet flower crown person, and then the other person who fed Yelsey, and then there's Doug.
And then there's Doug.
And
Who's
then there was
apparently a
Doug.
doctor.
All right, just give me a quick survival check.
I believe in you.
Can I
You can survive.
can I roll with advantage?
For what reason?
I can.
Because is roping. I'm roping.
Okay.
You're you're
Really?
not.
Okay.
In
Okay.
the future, I need a bit more substantial answer than it's roping.
I mean,
Okay. Well, my first was I'll let you decide. My first was a 13. My second was a 21.
21's fine.
I just want a good roll. Okay.
I just want to know why you thought you needed it.
Because spiders.
because Yelsey's really into
That's wonders.
BDSM, Michael.
Yeah.
I
Let her
mean-
live her deep dark fantasy.
It's not just one kind of hog
This is
she
the
ties
place
up.
for it.
Whoa.
All right. Well, avoiding that for the rest of the time.
Now that it's
I-
tied on, the heaviest person, will go across.
All
Is
right.
Yelsey not the heaviest?
I am wearing all sorts of metal armor and have metal tools and carrying a big hammer. I imagine I am the heaviest
But-
person.
All right.
What spider?
So-
I
was
don't
your
know.
girl?
I am 6'4" and I do have a fucking thick tail, so
You have a tail?
yeah.
Oh right, you're like a tiefling. You just
Yeah.
look. You just
are
look like a person.
tiefling.
Sorry.
I keep forgetting. It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
I forgive you for being a coward and not coloring your skin.
All right.
Wow.
So Sophie, as you're about halfway through,
Mm-hmm.
Yelsey
That's
and
easy.
Mistral, you see a flash from one of the trees
Oh.
as an arrow comes and cuts the rope from
An arrow
behind.
cuts the rope?
Yes, it's a very sharp arrow.
I just insane aim. Oh my god. Mitchell's very impressed.
Sending Sophie falling into the middle of the river.
Hell
Where did the
yeah,
arrow come
let's
from?
go.
As I am going to bring these off of the GM layer because they were hiding, but now they are no longer.
Damn, and my nat 20 perception check didn't detect them.
Your nat 20 perception check was for the tree.
I know.
Which side of the log would you like me to be on? I realized that I
dealer's
didn't move.
choice.
I want to be on the rock. I want to be tall.
All right, so token,
I want to be tall.
token,
I want to be so fucking
Token.
tall.
token, token,
Uh-huh.
token.
Uh-huh. Is this the one that shot the arrow?
Yes, as you look to see where the arrow came from, in sort of like this split second, where did that arrow come from? Wow, that's nice aim. You look and you see a cow skull covered, vaguely elven winged human form, sort of knocking another arrow.
I
As,
think I found the
you hear-
culprit.
You hear a big sploosh as Sophie falls into the river below. Let us roll some initiative, my friends.
Let's go.
Initiated.
Let's
I can't
go.
believe you.
Also, just so
Hell
you know,
yeah.
you'll see they are 15 feet up the street.
Sophia, no!
Hell yeah.
This also calls for a change in the music.
My
If,
negative dex character. Let's go.
Gabe, if you would be so
Alright.
kind,
Has to do what?
get some music going for us,
Oh
please.
shit,
Okay.
my initiative.
All right. We're gonna mark some of these harpies as groups to make my life and yours a bit easier. As I continuously forget what the little button is to mark things.
I'm putting music on, I promise.
I believe you.
Alright. So that add a turn for them. Add a turn for that singular one.
Oh wait, hold on.
Add a turn.
Clear queue. Stop.
Okay. Nice. No, no, no!
It's all of them screaming at us.
Alright. Okay, wow. Alright. Alright, that's a bit more like it. And then okay. Alright, let's see. So I have Sophia, I have Dr. Werb, I have Mistral. I don't have well, I guess Roos is not fighting.
I put my initiative in the chat.
Yeah, mine too.
I gotta do all the work around here.
I'm sorry. I'll do it, but like you'll have to fix my number.
No, it's fine. I'm being a bitch. Gabe can tell you all about me being a bitch.
Mike loves it.
All right. So, sending the one that's not supposed to be fighting, Rusa.
Haha!
Top of the round.
Rusa is going to cry out in alarm as Sophia falls into the water. I think it's reasonable to assume that Rusa assumes that nobody can swim. Because it's better.
It did not come out in conversation that anyone knew how to swim.
This is fair, but I don't think Rusa thinks anyone knows how to swim.
Mm.
It's not common for people to know how to swim, generally, in other than in her hometown. I think she was very surprised in Rosenred at how many people did not know how to swim. And also Sophia's wearing very heavy armor, so Rusa's going to run over here, and
she's holding onto the rope. She's fine. Don't worry about her.
she's gonna grab the end of the rope and try to pull.
She's holding onto the other half of the rope.
Yeah. She's holding onto the rope, tethering her to that log. This end got cut.
Okay, so in that case, she's gonna call out, "Can you reach this rope?"
She sort of looks over and she says, "I'm fine. Don't worry about me."
Actually, you go. Whoa.
Yeah, I do that.
She's under the water.
She's under the water?
Is it that deep?
Sophia has not yet surfaced.
It's only been like 4 seconds.
Yeah, like she just dropped into the water.
That's fair.
Okay. That's fair. So it's really rushing, right? Fast current.
It's rough to cross, but it's not gonna like instantly like carry you down the river.
You might need to make a check about it. It sounds like.
Okay.
I will say, meta knowledge wise, Sophia's probably the best one to drop into the river because she weighs so much.
I did
Just
it on
walk around.
purpose.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just gonna hold my action then until it seems like a concerning amount of seconds that Sophia, like, Maybe I'll just skip this turn and then do something next round.
Mhm.
Perfectly valid.
I have a defense that I can hold in case something comes at me, so I'll do that.
You can also take the dodge action.
Oh, I can take the dodge action.
Attacks against you would have disadvantage.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll do that. Cool. That's my turn.
All right. Where's my water? I'm gonna need it after this.
This music
So-
is overwhelming me just a little bit.
Feel free to turn it down. So after Sophia sort of takes the plunge into the river, you hear sort of a high, screechy voice call out to you from the tree. Mystery, you can immediately see it's this person talking.
Sorry, which person I was turning down the music?
The cow skull
This
harpy.
one?
The big boss. Bad bitch.
The higher powers, please forgive me for what I'm about to do to my voice box. Some bone-sized legends!
I love you,
Why-
Michael.
I love you so much. I have no fucking clue what you just said.
Yeah, same. But it was so good. Never change. What?
Because your mic did not like what you were doing. I loved it.
Yeah. I think your mic like couldn't pick up all of it.
You trespass on bone scythe lands.
Mike, a very important question for Yelsey. On a scale of mealtime equivalents, how yummy does they look? Do they got enough meat on their bones?
They're birds. Probably taste like chicken.
Kentucky Fried Harpies.
Your bones will be our supper! She's going to fire an arrow at Yelsey. So that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Ah, okay, that hits.
All right. Can I make is any part of your spider biology make you immune to poison?
Yes, I believe I have that. I am. Text. I am resistant to poison damage and advantage against saving throws.
All right, so please make a con save at advantage. Did you take 6 points of piercing damage?
Meh. Con save. It's gonna be an 18.
All right, that's pass. You feel a bit tingly, like something was trying to paralyze you.
Oh no, that's bad.
But-
well,
It passed. You're fine. You're good.
everything's okay. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
That's her turn. These other harpies are gonna fly down. They're gonna get about that close before. Actually, they're gonna dash up on you. Douglas Worm.
His full name.
Hi, what's up?
It's your turn in
I'm gonna do-
combat.
The wizard thing, because I got a whole ass river in the way of a lot of things I want to do right now. So I'd like to magic missile because I got spell slots, baby.
Let's
Magic
go.
missile. All right.
And
This is
I
at
believe.
first level, I'm assuming, because you're level 2.
Yeah, I only have first.
What an astute
we're gonna-
assumption.
Do it. Is it there 2 on the first one?
It's
2
3
rays?
first level.
3 on the first.
Oh, 3.
Yep.
I'm gonna chonk them all on this one.
Okay, but before you do that, after the first one, go ahead and roll me a d20.
All the magic here sucks.
Or is really good. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
10. Okay, your spellcast is normal.
Oh, yep.
Hooray!
I think I'm right about it. It's less powerful if you roll low, high, more powerful if you roll high.
I think he does kind of glance at Sophia, but it's early enough in the round. He's not sure if she's like doing bad or not. So he's like, "What adventurer doesn't know how to swim, please?"
You don't need to know how to
Dog
swim if you can
swimming.
hold onto a rope really good.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's facts.
All right. So all three of them are at this first one right here.
Yeah, this one.
All right, go ahead and roll your other two. Okay, this one. Just making sure I am keeping damage on the right ones.
Okay. Ooh, whoop.
All right, 9 points of damage. It's not looking good as these this battery of force sort of hammers into it.
What does your magic missile look like, Doug?
It looks like a missile made of magic.
Fuck yeah.
So you're saying it doesn't look like flying scalpels?
That's pretty good, actually.
Or like
Yeah,
laughing like smoke skulls.
they're, like,
classic
white.
necromancy shit.
Yeah,
Fun-
they're gonna be fucking bird skulls or something, just fucking zooming.
Fun fact about earlier D&D editions is that magic missile didn't always specify darts or something of the like. So it could literally be anything. It could be fireballs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anvils.
It could take the shape of whatever you want it to be. One of the examples, I forget in which book, is like if you're a farmer that somehow learns magic missile, they can take the form of flying chickens.
Whoa. That's
Uh,
delightful.
and it's the spirit of that the customization is sort of still there. Because in previous editions that it just did not specify. Anything could be a missile if you believed.
The missile is Eepy.
All right. But anyways, that's a good turn. Doug, are you doing anything else?
I can't really move close.
You want to tell anything to Yelsey?
Yossi, hit the one I hit. Actually, I think I am going to move over here because I think that's a better angling. Nope.
Yelsey, who was knocking their crossbow to hit the one in the trees, just like squints.
All right. Yeah, it's your turn. They're gonna dash up to this tree. So they're within that tree. Yelsey, it is your turn. There's two tasty-looking chicken people in front of you.
I want to eat them.
This
No,
one looks so hurt. You could eat it, probably.
Are you really kidding?
Are you really kidding?
I don't know if we're kidding. It's up to Yelsey if she wants to eat it.
It'd probably be horrifying for everyone else, but
Such is nature.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Well, they're really close, so I won't use my crossbow anymore.
she's got an axe.
I don't have an axe, actually. I did not take an axe.
She has a sword.
I don't have a sword. I have a dagger.
A dagger.
Shh.
She's got a knife.
No!
I'm gonna actually use my javelin, though.
She's got a stick.
I got a stick. I got a nat 20. I think a nat 20 hits.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely will hit. Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me. And add your strength bonus.
2d6. Okay. That's gonna be 16 plus my strength. So
16!
yeah.
What to do?
2d6?
2d6.
You can
Oh
roll
wait, I'm sorry.
12 at
I
time.
think the the +4 was my. So it's gonna be 16.
6.
So you rolled 6 and 6.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yelsey's so fucking buff.
You fucking kill that harpy. Like, it's so dead. It's like
I'd like you to
laying.
know that the way that Yelsey stabbed this harpy was like the optimal way to kill it without like ruining
The meat.
potential meat.
Yeah,
Doug,
it's
Right
Go
through the
ahead.
harpy's throat.
Doug does a fist pump like a yes, like a proud dad when the kid scores a goal in soccer.
all right. So the harpy sort of like dangles from the end of your spear for a bit before you like let it go to the ground.
Yeah,
Are you doing
Yelsey
anything
just
else?
kind of like grins and turns to the next one, pupils wide.
All right. This harpy is gonna come up, fly over, and try and stab at you. Did you want to do anything else on your turn, by the way?
I believe that's all like. No, I've never played a barbarian before. So.
It is my
You could
duty.
rage.
It's my duty as a DM. If you're playing for the first time, you can rage as a bonus action.
I want to rage.
All right.
Ooh, how does
So-
Yelsey rage?
What's she mad about?
Who hurt her?
They
Can't eat chicken.
there was so much animals around, and no one saved a bite for Yelsey.
Ooh.
I love Yelsey.
Yeah. So Yelsey is like another. Can I go ahead and do this as the other harpy is kind of flying over?
Sure.
Yeah. So Yelsey stabs her javelin into the ground for a hot second, gets into a stance, and fucking like screeches. And as they do, they're gonna let's see what do I want? We're gonna go with the bite.
You bite? What?
I'm gonna go with bite. I picked my barbarian subclass is Path of the Beast.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I don't think we have subclasses yet, do we?
Depends on your class.
Oh.
Some classes get it
I get
earlier
it.
than others. Like
Yeah,
I
get
have
it
my
at
subclass.
3rd level.
At which level?
I get my first thing at 3rd. So
But we're second.
I think
level.
you guys are level 2.
oh, I lied. Okay. Wait, really?
Correct.
Hold on.
Is Yelsey level 3?
I'm level 3. You have to retcon me out of existence. Hold on.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
I don't think that'll affect any of your attacking rolls though, so
It shouldn't.
you get you
Okay,
until the next
in which-
turn.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, I just scream. She screams.
Nice.
All right.
She can still bite, but it won't be this time.
She can still bite if she wants.
Just a regular
Mhm,
bite though.
You can bite
Alright.
next turn.
It's her spider bite. Don't worry about it.
All right. So this one's gonna come down and stab you with its short spear. That's going to be an 11 to hit, which I don't think is gonna hit you.
It don't. Yelsey hisses at it.
It screeches at you back. The winged man with a plan. Let's go, Mistral.
Yeah, I'm seeing the battle unfold in quick succession, and I think Mistral correctly identifies this lady up here as the biggest threat.
Yeah.
Because she's firing from a distance up top and is an insane marksman, and Mistral wants to take her out of the fight first. But he's also very concerned about Yelsey getting ganged up on over here, so he's like kind of trying to decide really quick what to do. But when he sees Yelsey like absolutely obliterate one of them and is hissing off the others, he's like, she's probably got this. And he just really quickly changes his aim up to the tree, aims a little bit above it, pulls back really far on the arrow, and before he lets it fly, before he even draws it, actually, he from his pack pulls out one of his pieces of paper, and a breeze kind of like whips around him. His hair like goes insane for a second, and the paper folds itself magically into the shape of that paper bird as he draws the arrow back, and it attaches itself to the feathers, the fletching on the arrow, and he lets it fly at this lady here.
All right.
That's a nice touch.
Let's go sharpshooter. Yes, 22.
22. Holy,
19 plus 3.
holy guacamole. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I'm going to use favored foe. So as the arrow collides, the tiny origami bird that I have attached to the arrow flies forward with the force and the wind kind of forcing it onto her, and the paper unfolds and like attaches to her, like wrapping maybe around the neck and the clavicle a bit where the arrow collides.
It's got a note on it, and it says, "You smell."
It says "fuck you."
All right, how much damage there, buddy?
I think a lot. Hold on.
You think a lot.
Yeah, it's I don't think
You
a lot. I don't think very often, but I think that it's a lot of damage. It's 1d8 plus 1d4 plus 14.
Jesus Christ.
Hiya.
Okay.
That's not a lot because the d8 was pretty sad, but that's fine. 19 points of piercing damage.
Oh yeah,
All right.
19, not a lot, Riley. Damn.
Could have been 7 more.
Well,
All right. Well struck. That had a bit of mustard on it as it sort of momentarily pins the harpy to the tree as it just sort of like wrenches the arrow free.
Mm-hmm. And one side of the paper is like kind of like aluminum foily reflective, and it's helping Mistral keep an eye on where she is. And as he sees the arrow hit, he's already beginning to notch another one and pulling out another piece of paper that flies around his head as the wind carries it, and he's running down the hill to get closer.
Right.
As he's like sliding, pulling back another arrow, and before he lets it fly on his next turn, he shouts, "You don't have to do this! Back away now! Leave these people in peace and we won't harm you! Leave this forest!"
Yelsey looking to him in horror.
All right.
Edward's a bit perplexed by this because he's like thinking like, we're getting paid to.
Our job is specifically to hurt them. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mistral knows this.
All right. Sophia, the moment the rope was cut, just probably it's probably even just like an intrusive thought. I don't know if Sophia curses. It's just like, fuck. As you plummet into the water below, water rushes into your nostrils, and you're able to get your mouth closed, but you sort of sink beneath the water, and then you don't. And then you stand up. It only comes up to about your waist.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Based waste.
Okay. Can I just make my way over here then?
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain for you.
If I'm still holding the rope, can I use the rope as like an assistance to not have difficult terrain?
Make an athletics check.
It's an 11.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
It's still difficult to. It's moving decently fast, and it is waist deep, and you have heavy armor.
Okay.
Your strength is not enough to pull you through this without using extra movement.
All right, that's fair. I'm gonna move up here, and I can just move fine, right?
Yeah.
Like I can cast spells and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine like that.
I mean, you guys seem to have everything. under control.
well in hand.
Oh gosh, I should have rolled for skits. I forgot. Oh well. He's in my bag. Let me remember what this does. Oh, thanks. That was really helpful.
Spell cantrip output.
There we go. Nope, that's the wrong spell I'm looking at. God damn it.
You're doing necromancy?
fine.
Ethical necromancy.
Yeah.
Ethicromancy.
That's the only
No.
necromancy we do around here.
Yeah, oh, sure. Whatever you say, doctor.
What if I just use guiding bolt?
That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, I'll point my hammer over towards this harpy. And I'll say a few words in celestial and cast guiding bolt. The 24 to hit.
Yeah.
21 radiant damage, Michael?
Holy
this green
shit!
one?
Holy shit!
No, to this one.
5, 6, 5, 5. Holy
Like
fuck!
this
What a
one?
roll!
Like I don't see what you're pointing. Like
I'm pointing above at the one that Mistral hit.
all right, okay. You see the bolt strike. But just before it strikes, you see a bit of the power diminish.
She's got a ward on her.
You see it specifically diminish since she's still lit up into sort of like this black sort of crystal that's almost like, actually it is like embedded in her side.
Oh, you motherfucker. Let's go.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Don't worry, it's fine. It's just for me and Michael right now.
I see. I'm kind of worried, Michael, because our campaigns sound very similar right now.
She's still
I know, I was just thinking that.
She's still glowing though, right?
Yeah, she's still glowing.
Okay. So it hit, it just didn't hit as much as it would have.
But she was like resistant to radiant damage, maybe?
Gotcha.
Is that what you mean?
We'll see.
Oh boy.
More radiant damage, we'll see.
I turn back to our dear doctor and I say, your next spell will strike through.
Okay. Got it.
Rusa, you're up.
Yeah.
You saw
Okay,
Sophia stand up and is just fine.
Thank goodness. I'm gonna move over here. Mistral is up on the rock, right?
I have sort of slid down to be like up here now, but yeah.
Okay.
I did the
I'm
Link
gonna
shield
move-
surf.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna scoot up next to Doug.
I will say with
Be a little
every
bit
step you take closer to her, you're feeling worse and worse.
Oh, I hate this? I hate this question mark? Okay. Ursa's
I
gonna
have a
power
glint.
through it, but she looks a little bit queasy. Which could easily be from the violence. So she's
I think
gonna
Doug
scoot up.
does kind of say, you don't have to fight if you don't want to. We have this handled.
She nods gratefully. But she's gonna stick next to him, because friend.
Yeah.
I think I don't actually know anything about harpies in D&D, but I think without realizing it, Ursa is gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Since spell flavor is very like sort of chaotic in a way, kind of unknowing. So I think she kind of like gently touches like Doug's like upper arm, kind of in thanks. And there's kind of just like a flicker of light from like around her eyes. which I don't know if he sees or not, depending on what he's looking at battle-wise. Yeah.
All right.
So it's a spell save DC 14. That'll be up to 10 minutes, and it's concentration. So maybe that like there's just the barest sort of like flecks of white light at the edges of her eyes that kind of like glimmers there and stays there.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Sophie. It doesn't. I forgot to ask you for roll for d20, so that's my bad.
The 14.
Yeah, it's fine. It goes as normal.
Hey, so I see this spell says that if the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed, and if they already are charmed, frightened, or possessed, it has advantage on a new saving throw against that. Just in case that's relevant for Dr. Worm. Being possessed by undead is like an option there. Just making that clear.
Not just undead. Aberrations, celestials, elementals.
Yeah, those two.
Fae, and fiends.
Yeah. Those two.
I'm pretty sure it's okay, unless there's some specifics I don't know about.
The 16 on Rusa's D20, Michael.
Okay, I see it.
Yes.
Yeah. Spellcast is fine. I mean, you could roll for kicks. I guess.
Get advantage.
if you feel like possessed, you can roll.
I don't think I'm possessed.
You feel possessed. Feeling kind of possessed today, you know?
All right. So, as that spell goes off, you guys, Mistral especially, since you can see the glowing harpy, and now you can see the embedded crystal in them. She sort of narrows her eyes at you, and you can see the blood that's leaking from her wound onto the tree just sort of like seeps back up inside her, like time is like reversing.
Ugh.
But instead of going back into her body, it's sort of like forming into this moat. As she draws her bow and puts the tip of the arrow at that moat and aims at you.
Oh.
Who is you?
Pot shots.
Mistro.
Okay.
Is it the poison, Mike?
We'll see.
Okay.
You feel something in the back of your head, like just sort of like this primordial hatred for you, specifically.
For me, specific.
Bro, she's a hater.
Do I get
Just a little hater.
She's a little hater, dude. Do I get like an elemental feeling off of her?
Yes, but it's distorted.
Yeah.
So with advantage, she rolled a natural 20.
She had advantage?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What the fuck?
So she's taken 29 damage.
She's taking?
She's taken 29 damage.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
no.
So you are going to be dealt. So she rolled a 2 on her 1d8. So you're going to take 16 points of necrotic damage
Uh-huh.
as this arrow just sort of soars from the trees and just strikes you right in the middle of your chest. And I need you to make a con save.
Okay. I will say I am almost unharmed because of my temporary hit points.
Let's go.
I've taken
That's
1
good.
point of real damage, so maybe
That's
instead of
great.
striking me straight in the chest, like it like clips my shoulder or something, so it doesn't feel so severe.
Okay, it strikes your shoulder.
'Cause I
Con
feel
save,
like,
please.
yeah, I'm still gonna make the concept. I'm not saying that I won't, but just flavor-wise. Ooh, bad, really bad, actually, terrible, really. No one's ever done it worse. Con save, that is a 7.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me D100.
Gladly. I can't wait to introduce you guys to my new character next week. 64.
Does the doctor
Okay.
can't save them all. Does nothing.
Riley's always got a backup, I think.
You said 64?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead and make a con save for me. Another con save.
Yeah. Oh, not one.
Nice.
All right. So you go ahead and roll me a d4.
I'm just
So
I
many
love it.
dice.
That's why I love rolling dice, Mike. Just keep asking me for dice rolls. This is really fun. 2.
You gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Great.
Ooh.
Boy.
He's got that ligma. Strikes at the worst time.
Douglas Worm also suffers 2 levels of exhaustion. I'm just kidding.
No.
And she just sort of stares at you as her attack didn't hit her mark, as she just she's going to fly off. Does she make it? Okay, yeah. She disappears into these trees.
How
You
far
still
away?
get a feeling of where she is. She's about 60 feet away, like with like 3/4 cover. I know that doesn't apply to. I know that doesn't apply to you, Mr. Sharpshooter, but yeah, she's fleeing the battle for now.
Understood.
Just-
The next attack do be having advantage still.
All right. This harpy is going to try and avenge its compatriot. It's gonna stab at ELC. I don't think a 14 be hitting.
No.
All right, it's not gonna avenge its sister. Douglas Worm.
Hi. So magic missile hits something I can see within range. Can I see that fleeing girl?
What's the range of the spell?
120.
I will say, like, statistically, she is within 120 feet. You would need a perception check.
All right. If I move closer, would that help?
It would probably lower the DC of the perception check.
I will first do a move. That's 30 feet. So
How
I can
far off
move
the
up
screen
about
is she?
3 in that rough terrain.
She's about 10 or so feet off the screen.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. About that. Oh my gosh, my boots are getting wet. This is the worst. I'm gonna get fucking trench foot. I hope it's worth it. Okay.
You have prestidigitation, Doctor.
It's soiled or unsoiled? The water can be dirty, but it's still gonna be wet.
That's true.
Very
That's
true.
a 20 on that perception.
You can see a glowing bit of her shoulder.
Alright. Aim true, this is my last spell slot. I don't have to aim, it's magic missile.
Go ahead and roll me a d20. Real quick.
Okay. I bet this is gonna go south. Boop. Yep.
Okay, so roll me a d3 somehow.
/ roll D3.
Okay, let me...
/ roll space D3.
1d3. 3.
All right, the third missile does not go. It actually fizzles.
Oh, that's okay. We did 7 damage.
So yeah, that's that.
He's kind of squints. Something felt off about that.
Why don't you give me an Arcana check, Mr. Douglas Wizard?
I do be
Douglas
wizarding.
Douglas Wizard Worm.
Yeah. That's a 20.
Yeah, you felt that arcane energy didn't exactly dissipate. It was transferred somewhere. Like if I say it like that, that means they're real. So Fab, I'm gonna talk to you. So it feels like one of those missiles was like attracted by a magnet somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere behind you.
Somewhere behind me.
Yeah.
He's
But that's
muttering
about it.
something arcane conduit of great power. I'm not sure quite what's happening. You have to grumble.
Arcane conduit of great power, huh?
Something.
Hmm.
Riley, do you know anything about that?
I wouldn't. No, I would not know anything about that.
Okay. Anyways, that's my turn, I think. So. Back to also thank you, Rusa.
You're welcome.
Okay. The blue harpy's turn. They're gonna swoop in because swooping is bad.
Swooping is bad. Aw, what a throwback.
Swoop, there it is.
All right. So stabbing down at Yelsi, that's an 18,
Aww.
and then a 9.
Okay, well the 9 doesn't hit, but the 18 does.
All right. So you're going to not exactly suffer, but you're gonna take some damage.
All right, I'm ready.
You're raging. You're gonna take half of the physical damage.
It is a
All right.
Sunday, and you are raging.
So that's 8 plus 2 is 10, so reduced to 5 piercing damages. This harpy stabs at you like you stabbed at its friend. It was this one, by the way. This is the one that stabbed you.
Okay, good. I gotta know who I hit first.
Speaking of hitting first.
It's your turn, Yelsi.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the music that I hear in the background that kind of
Yeah.
sounded like someone was screaming.
Yeah,
They
it
are.
is.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna do some stabbies. Wait, do I want to do stabbies? Yeah, I want to do stabbies.
All right, let's do stabbies.
Hello? Oh, there it goes. All right. Not a dirty 20.
That definitely hits.
It's gonna be a 6.
That's 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You gave just as good, if not a little bit better than you got.
Is that including your rage damage?
What's
Oh,
that?
so add 2 to that, so 8.
Yeah, that.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
I gnash my teeth.
You gnash them so hard.
Yes, thank you.
Are you also wailing?
Don't crack your teeth. I'm not a dentist.
Of course not. You know what? Never mind. So this harpy is going to fly away from you to stab at the getting out of the water Sophia. You do have an attack of opportunity.
That's you, Yelsi, who has that.
Slap that ass.
Oh, I just regular hit. My brain works so good today, guys.
It's okay.
It's gonna be oh wait, no, advantage? No.
No.
It's just an 8. It's just an 8.
Unfortunately, that misses. It's a bit too quick, and you're a bit too busy gnashing your teeth and getting scolded by your not dad.
Yeah. It's while Yelsi is like flinching at the don't dash your teeth.
All right, Sophia, it's time to get fucked up.
You can try.
That is singular harpy that rolled a 16 to hit.
That misses.
All right, that's its turn.
Them's the breaks.
Yeah.
All right, Mistral.
Mistral, taking this necrotic arrow to the shoulder, hand claps to the shoulder, goes down to one knee. It's like wincing from the pain of it. This like
Got the queen.
What?
You took 1 point of damage, drama queen.
No, it's not. He's not dropping to one knee and like a, oh my god, I'm in so much pain thing. He's like,
I'm just
like
being a bitch.
We're just
Okay.
joshing, Riley.
he's like falling with the hit is sort of the way I wanted it to go. Like when you get punched, you want to roll with the force of it so you don't take more harm. So he sort of lets the force of it rock his body. He goes down to one knee. He's wincing a little bit because there's fucking necrotic shit in his body now. But he can still see the glow of the harpy in the distance. Mutters under his breath. Well, I tried to give you a chance, but seems there's no talking being had today. And he rips the arrow out of his shoulder, tosses it to the side, pulls his bow up again.
So
Exhales.
as you're ripping the arrow out of your shoulder,
Yeah.
we decided shoulder. You can see that the blood that's coming out of it is sort of like clotting in like sort of like a root formation.
Great. We'll deal with that later. That's not good.
I'm sure it's fine.
Exhales a deep breath. Sucks in a really deep breath, like pulling in the air from all around him. Takes out another piece of paper that flies through the air, folds up, and then as he notches the arrow, wraps itself around the arrow and like forms like an extra layer of fletching for this like longer range shot. Pulls back the arrow super far, still crouched, like kneeling down to the ground, pulling his entire back into it. One eye open, kind of swaying his aim a little bit, seeing that glow through the trees, and then sort of aiming up above the trees. And then when he releases, he exhales as hard as he can and forcing his wind to guide the arrow up and around the trees and through the forest to find its mark.
All
I'm going
right.
to roll at advantage.
Yep.
Okay. It's not great. It's 15.
15 will not hit her.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's all I've got. I mean, that's my whole turn.
All right. Sophia, you got a harpy harassing you.
Not for long. I pull out my smithing hammer and with a smile upon my face, I say, it's time for you to meet God.
Oh my god.
That definitely hits for 6 damage.
Never mind, it's fine. I don't want to use spell slots, actually. This is good. Yeah.
All right.
And then I guess I'll move closer to Yelsey over here.
All right. Rusa,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
Your companions really can take care of themselves. It's fine.
Yeah. They actually are all good at fighting, thankfully. She still doesn't want to be near the monsters though, so
Understandable.
she's gonna not follow the worm and is instead gonna come up here, kind of press up against the rock, so that she can still be near Mistral.
Okay.
And wait, I already cast that. I think that's it. I mean,
You don't have to do anything. You're totally fine.
I know.
Stand
It just
back.
feels weird to be in D&D combat and not doing anything.
No, it's good. I love it.
Simply vibing.
We're here to RP. Being optimal is second.
This is true. She's gonna check on Mistral and call up, "Are you alright?"
I'm fine. It's okay. Are you all right?
Yes.
Stay low.
Alright. Please be safe. Be careful.
Don't worry. I've done this before. I'm okay.
My temporary hit points hurt so much.
Looks very worried because of the blood stuff.
All right. So
He's
that's
exhausted, you know.
And he's exhausted.
As you guys are having this exchange, Rusa, you see it Does an 18 hit real quick?
E.
Mistral.
Oh.
Oh yes, it does.
All right. So as you guys are having this exchange, and another arrow comes flying over your head, Rusa, and you hear a grunt of pain as it strikes Mistral for an amount of damage here. So that's going to be 11 points of damage.
Cool.
So I'll say it, it strikes right by the other hole, but there's no con save this time.
Mm-hmm.
And you, through your favorite foe, Mark, can tell she's flying even further away, and by the time she stops moving, is behind total cover.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna move her, and she's gonna not be part of this combat anymore.
What a punk.
So yes. Rusa, you hear another grunt as Missile struck again.
A third one?
No, like just that second time.
Oh, okay. Okay, whew. She still calls out in alarm. It looks extremely worse. There's nothing she can do.
Mistral is just like sort of kneeling on top of the rock. He's got like a hand pressed to where the second arrow struck him. But he's got like a slight smile on his face. He's like, wow, truly a marksman. I'm fine. Just nothing vital's hit. I'm all right, Rusa. Don't look so worried.
You don't look fine.
It's truly all right.
Right.
Wow.
Go ahead.
She's actually gonna go all the way up, by the way.
Mhm.
I'll allow it.
Sorry.
But these harpies are probably gonna just, dip now that their leader's gone.
Now the mom's gone.
I gotta turn, you motherfucking. Oh wait. No. Okay, that's that one. Never mind. We good.
I believe Sophie has an attack of opportunity on this one. That one's not moving yet. Hold on, these ones aren't moving yet. It's just the red one is fucking dipping. So they have 20 more feet when they dash. So this one sort of disappears, but is not behind full cover. So I'll just leave her on the map for our magic missile and sharpshooter fella. Speaking of one of those, Dr. Douglas Wizard Worm, Esquire.
I'm going over here, and then I'm gonna shoot a skeleton hand at I think green.
All right. Yeah. Chill touch.
Running.
Go.
Get them before they go. We need those feathers, or we're stuck out here. Grumble, grumble, fucking river. Oh.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
That's an 80.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. No, that's not useful. I'm sorry. I should have had this prepared. 80?
Yep.
You are surprised until the end of your next turn, and your turn immediately ends.
I would like to say that the skeleton gets like the skeleton hand gets like halfway there and then like explodes into glitter. Everybody's surprised.
Actually, hold on.
Good.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. Alright. It's a 14.
Go ahead and re-roll your attack.
Okay. I'll do it. Hold on. I got this.
Nice.
That definitely hits.
okay, it gives her the old chilly slap. And then it holds
Chill
on to her
slap.
left foot,
Chilly
so-
slap.
My head just imagined slapping someone with a bowl of chili.
Same here.
All right. You see it dissipate, and then it like reoperates at the foe and slaps them. This is a very strange arcane phenomenon that's happening right now, Dr. Douglas Worm Esquire.
Not sure what I kind of glances over his shoulder at where he felt like the thing before, so he's like, "It giveth and it taketh."
It do giveth and be taken away.
Just like
Wow.
God.
Truly.
Like a ley line, but bad.
Alright, this one's gonna fucking dip. It's 20 feet off the screen. This one, I think Sophie has a hit that they can do.
I can, but I'd rather save it for the green guy.
Green guy. Alright, so these harpies all dip. Yossi, your food is running.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was moving my sheet over since I had the levels wrong.
It's okay. Here's the harpies begin shout, chanting again. I'm sure.
Yossi is very smart and is gonna chase.
I can't wait for your dad to reprimand you for this.
Too bad your dash is
Yossi!
on.
God.
Alright, you know, just for flavor's sake, I'll say you did catch up with them. They all look at you a bit worriedly.
My hands are on my hips, and I am very disappointed.
Alright.
Yossi is switched to dagger because that's easier to run with.
Alright.
Does she know her to run?
That is your action to dash, though.
Yep.
You were stabbed last turn, so I think you're still good on the rage. So this green one's gonna try and stab Sophie.
Oh, he's staying.
It's just trying to get a lick in before it tries to run.
Gotcha.
Just no. Okay, just all right. It was a 2.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
I
It
wasn't
just
expecting Yossi to run.
it looks at where Yelsie's running and then just runs this way.
I
Sophie.
will take my attack of opportunity now.
All right, let's see what you got. Hit me with your best shot.
That's healing word. Mace. Oh, that's a 7.
That's not your best shot. All right, so 25.
You can attack and dash, Michael?
These harpies, yes.
How dare you?
With ease.
Why are you making me use a spell slot, Michael?
Because that's what they're there for, to be used.
True.
All right, Mistral. You saw Yelsey dash off into these trees after the harpy.
Mm-hmm. I leave this arrow in just because it's not like clearly cursed or magical. It just feels like a normal arrow.
Mhm.
And I wince a little bit as it's in me as I pull back another string and knock another arrow. And I look at Rusa and say, I think the fight's just about to be over, but we're going to try to help Yelsey out just a bit. And I take aim at which one was the red or one of the 2 blues had taken any damage?
Looks like the blue under Yelsey's token is taking damage.
I'll aim for that one then.
All right. Fire away.
Does a 15 hit this one?
Yes.
All right. That was not sharpshooter, by the way. And I... New to Ranger. Should I favor foe this guy too? Or in addition?
I would say yes, technically, because I don't know if you're going to fully pursue them quite yet.
I'm not going to pursue the other one for sure. I don't think we can right now, but I only get these every long rest. I wonder if we'll have any trouble before our next long rest. But I'm going to do it anyways. And it sucks that because the favored foe, unlike Hunter's Mark, you can't move to another creature.
Correct.
But it's like the benefit is that you can do it at any range.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the trade-off, but it's lame and poo-poo.
Poo-poo.
Hold on, actually, how far away are we? Yeah, too far for Hunter's Mark.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll do the favored foe.
Okay.
So I tie a little origami bird to my arrow as it flies.
Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
11 points of piercing damage.
All right, you fucking kill it.
Nice.
It is killed. Yelsi, you hear like the scream whistle of an arrow hurtling through air, and then it just like strikes the harpy that you're like looking at. It was the most damage, and it just sort of falls to the ground.
And then an origami bird tied to the arrow unfolds and then wraps around the harpy's nose and mouth.
Unfortunately, it got hit where it got hit in the thigh, so that dark meat's going to be slightly ruined.
Oh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It has 2 legs.
It has 2 legs.
When the paper unfolds on the harpy's face and mouth, there's a little message that says, "Order up."
Great. I'm so happy.
Hell yeah. I love it.
All right. Moving this along. Sophia.
I'm gonna move up.
Yeah.
Where is he? Yeah, he's within range. I don't want to use another spell slot. But I want to kill this guy.
Invest in a light crossbow or something.
I do have a light crossbow, but it sucks to hit. It's a 0 to hit, Michael.
It should be at least a +2 to hit.
No.
Wait, no, you're clumsy as fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, my dexterity is -2. What are you talking about?
You're clumsy as fuck. I forgot.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna use a spell slot. Who cares?
Does Cleric get their slots on a short rest?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, mood.
Guiding bolt. Let's kill this thing. Hopefully. Yeah.
It's fucking dead.
Good. Fuck this thing.
And it falls into the river, and since it's a limp body, it starts to get carried downstream.
Isn't it holding like weapons? Wouldn't that weigh it down, Michael?
It's like a spear made of bone.
It's also hollow boned, I assume.
Yeah, it's
a flying animal.
Unfortunately, Gabe, it's light enough that while you were not able to be easily moved by the water, it is.
That's fine. I'm sure it'll get stuck on some debris, like another log or something. We'll find it.
Right. Rusa, you're like Mistral's wounds aside, you're feeling better and better by the moment.
I am glad. I am so worried about Mistral. Like, I feel like Rusa would be able to sense that even though he seems like normally he would be unbothered by an arrow strike to the shoulder, like, the exhaustion, I feel like she would sort of be able to intuit or notice just because she's been around him like at 100%.
I will say that especially since you've been around him, you can notice that while he's not like in grave peril, like his breaths are somewhat measured. So yeah.
I don't have any healing potions, I don't think. We didn't take any, did we?
What is your intention to try is to help him?
Well, she would like to do something, but I don't think there's anything.
How badly do you want it?
I want it. I'm really worried about him. She would really like
So
to
you're
help.
so you're
him
in
hurt
distress
us.
and you want to help.
Yeah.
All right, roll me a d20 and add me a charisma modifier.
Okay. All right. Let's see how this goes. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Oh. I love chaos.
All right. As you're just sort of searching for some way to try and help your friend here, uh, you you feel it, and at this point, Mistral, you can see there's a small glow around your diaphragm, but unfortunately, nothing happens. If anything, you feel a bit more tired.
Okay. Good to know. This is all.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Rusalka?
No, thank you.
All right. This red one's gonna try and stab at Yossi because Yossi caught up.
Sexual.
That's gonna be a 15.
Meets it, beats it.
All right, she's gonna stab. Not for very much, as she deals 3 points of damage, already reduced. So she dealt 7, reduced to 3.
Okay.
And she tries to run, so you have an opportunity attack.
I love it. Damn, it took
Yeah,
so
that hits.
long. I should have rolled normally.
You got that you got a pretty big slash in her. I'll say sort of in your rage to like preserve this, I'm gonna have them roll a dex save real quick. You actually like hamstring them, so they can only get half as far as they would, and they can't dash.
Nice.
So they're 20 feet in front of you, just sort of slowly bleeding from their hamstring as they sort of
Nice.
look at you pathetically. Douglas Wizard Worm Esquire.
Yeah,
It
hi,
is your
what's up?
turn.
I'm gonna I will continue to ford this river. Okay.
You can get out of you can get out of it. I'll
do a
allow
little
that.
shake to get the water out my boots. Alright. Let me see what is in range. I think it's just sorry, what was it the blue one that is 20 feet and further?
The red one is 20 feet away.
Okay. I can still hit that. Chill Touch got that good range. I got this, Yelsey. Boop. Unless I don't. We do the D20.
Nice.
Let me just
If my
double
measuring
check.
thing is not in the way. Boop.
Just need to check something real quick. I need you to roll a d12. Okay. All right. Roll your damage.
Okay.
You deal 1 necrotic damage.
No.
That's okay. It's better than nothing. We'll take it. It like has the skeleton hand has a pointing finger. It pokes it and then it grabs on.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Douglas? Dr. Douglas Worm Wizard Esquire.
MD, thank you. No.
MD. Okay, I'll remember that.
He is a medical doctor. He's not a healer. He's not a surgeon. He's not a dentist. Thank you.
All right.
But he is a real worm.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue one here is gonna stab at Yelsey. The 14, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's also gonna run. Thankfully, you can't attack this one, so it makes another 80 foot as it leaves its comrade in the dust.
I can't attack it? Oh, I'm so
You
sad.
you already used your opportunity
The other
attack,
one.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a reaction technically, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, go ahead. Why not? You're in hunter mode right now. Yeah, that hits. Yeah. This one's just dead, actually.
Yelsey's eyes lock on to the red one.
I'm moving it out here so put an X on it. It is still over here. Speaking of locking eyes with the red one, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna close that 20 feet. And
Yep. It is prone on the ground. You have advantage.
Oh, X.
Oh, I will say I allowed the extra reaction because it's your turn coming up, so technically you don't have a reaction this turn.
That's fine. That's fair. I like
Uh,
that.
Yeah, it's curtains for that one as well. I'm moving it over here to X. And with that, the threats have either fled or are dead.
While everyone is catching up, Yelsey is gonna do a quick look around to see that there's no more and start tying them up to bloodlet them.
All right. I assume you rejoin with the group.
No.
Okay.
Right in this tree. There's 3 of them right here.
All right.
I'm gonna go chase after the one in the river.
It does catch on a piece of flotsam. I'll just bring it back. All right. So
Doug's taking some feathers because that's what they are being paid to do.
This is true. We are being paid to do
that. As Sophie brings back the other carcass with the feather, they're easy to spot. They're just sort of like the main headdress feather. As you take those 2, you notice that Yelsey is yet to come back.
Yelsey, bring him to the pile.
No, I'm bloodlet.
Yes, bloodlet them over here.
No.
Yes. Yelsey.
And you see Yelsey dragging them by the rope. Begrudgingly.
That happens. Okay.
You have to
drain them in the river.
With the enemies with the human faces. It's just unsettling, you know.
Mistral and Rusa, are you guys joining up with your group?
It might take me a bit to cross the river, Mike. My speed is halved.
Yeah. Sophia chased a whole ass carcass down, and Doug had an argument with their not daughter.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think also
2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, I think also Mistral is like, rather than like chilling the fuck out and then crossing the river immediately, I think first he wants to make sure Rusa's okay, and second he wants to make sure that he's like not going to bleed out, and then third he wants to like keep an eye on the surroundings from a high vantage point and make sure there's no one skulking about in the trees still.
All right. Quick perception check.
Which I have disadvantage on, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
He's percepting.
19.
Best you can tell, there's nothing in the current area.
All right. Rusaka, are you unharmed?
Yes.
Good.
Are you all right?
I will be, I think. I've never taken a wound like that. I'm gonna put a finger to the necrotic wound and wince and sort of like push my fingers in a little bit to get some of that blood.
It stings a little bit. I'm gonna have you, as you're sort of agitating and sort of digging in the wound, we're going to take 1 point of piercing damage. But you get a good sample of what is in that, and you can see that this sort of like necrotic energy is sort of clotting your blood. It's almost like it's like almost sentient in that like the ends of the tendrils are just sort of like trying to seek like new sources of blood.
I think this wound is cursed. I would take a step back and perhaps fetch the doctor or Sophia.
All right. Are you able to cross the river, or should we head back?
Slowly, I think, yes. And I'm gonna sort of like very carefully and gently like slide down the rock to the shore.
Okay.
Russo's not going to take a step back, but is instead going to help support you across the river.
Mm-hmm. I think once he gets into the river, he's just going to like lean and kneel down into the water and start like scooping up water and putting it over his shoulder and like over the wound to try to like clean it out.
It feels a bit better when you do that.
Mm-hmm. And just try to
Um,
wash out anything impure. He sees that like the tendrils are like seeking and like digging in, but he's not sure if he like. I think what's going through his head is like, can I just cut out what's already tainted with this curse, or is it too deep and I can't do that without hurting myself like more severely? And I think he's determined that like he can't cut this out right now because it's too far in.
mm.
And so he's gonna
Right.
start slowly crossing the river
All right. Eventually, you do.
at 5 feet, 5 feet per turn.
Eventually, you do cross the river. The rest of you see these two approach. Mistral looks just like they've run like 2 marathons.
But he does have a smile on his face. He's like weird. He's like weirdly kind of excited.
Sophia frowns, noting that he is hurt in some way. Meets him halfway. Helps him. Actually, she's just gonna carry him.
Picks the boy up.
Yeah, she's just gonna carry him.
Be careful where you touch me. I wouldn't want this to
That's my no-no zone.
spread to you.
It's fine. And she lays him on this rock. Or this log. It's a pretty flat surface.
Mm-hmm.
Mistral, I mean, I know you got hit, but like.
I believe the arrow is cursed in some way.
Okay.
Do you mind if I like
get
sort
his
of
shirt off?
start tugging
We'll
his
dress
shirt
him.
off?
Here, let me. And I start like untying and unclasping belts and little bits of knots.
Mhm.
Goku
How
also
many
like to
Japanese
say.
anime belts do you have?
It's less like anime belts and more just like a lot of clasps. Like it's very patchwork and homemade clothing. Maybe belt isn't the right term. Lots of buckles and clasps and knots that are tied.
I'm not sure why you forded the river. You could have called us, and we could have come to you, and it would have avoided this water, which is I don't know what the source is, but regardless, it's river water. It's not great.
River water in
Anyways.
your socks.
It's water of the land. I trust it well enough. It made my wound feel a bit better.
It should
This
be okay.
way
It's running
people in the
water.
breeze
It's not
die.
still.
And I'll like peel
I
off the
cast
last
pres-
layer.
I cast prestidigitation on you, and I'm very disappointed.
Sophia
So
is
you are
going
clean.
to.
I don't know if you're dry.
And you notice this is the first time she does this. Sophia does take off her gloves to sort of examine the wound. She always has them on. So
Yeah.
Michael, can I see? Can I investigate this wound? See what's up with it?
Yeah, you can either make an investigation check or a medicine check.
I'm much better at medicine. Still a 12.
All right.
I'm the doctor, so.
There's some weird branching, like clotting going on. You're not like you can heal. You're not exactly a healer. But you've never really seen like wounds that have like this sort of like dark. It's almost black, but it's like a really dark purple sort of coagulation and
Gotcha.
clotting. And as you sort of like gently sort of like I'm assuming you're in the wound.
I'm very, very gently prodding around it and seeing if I can look into it without doing too much to
I've already made
molest it.
the piercing damage from disturbing the wound. So he doesn't. It doesn't feel like a walk in the park, but you're able to sort of get like this one of the sort of like the outlying like purple blood clots, and you can like look down at it, and you can see that the ends of the tentacles are indeed sort of like rooting around for like more blood.
Do those tendrils feel solid, Mike?
I'll say they feel somewhat solid. They're sort of it's like a plasma, I'll say.
Okay.
So between like
Like a jelly?
solid and liquid, like yeah, that.
All
Like
right.
actual coagulated blood.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia's gonna turn to the doctor. After I'm done, you're going to need to clean this up, but this is magic, and I know how to deal with that. At least I can
Do
try.
you?
And she is going to use her healing hands ability. Which once again she's going. Well, not once again. I say once again because this is a second time in recent memory that one of my characters has done this. She's going to push her fingers into the wound, focusing on where the tendrils are, and she's going to try to push the healing towards the actual like thing that's digging into him, and less so the wound.
All right. Give me a perception check. Mistral, you too.
Perception. Disadvantage.
11.
Oh, 10.
All right. I'll say the only reason Mistral hears this is because it's something to do with his body. As the light sort of comes in and cleans it, you hear just like it's like barely audible, like it's like something very very small, like yelling at the top of its lungs, and it's just like thousands of like tiny screams as these like tendrils are like abolished and burned away.
Sick.
Man,
Sophia,
that's how it felt like when I
you
got
don't
rid
hear
of
anything.
COVID, guys.
What was that, Mike?
Sophia, you actually don't hear anything.
Okay.
And
But
I
I-
hear
But I do
Tiny
Thousands of tiny screams. Yes.
I do see the necrotic tendrils recede.
Yes, and actually, as they recede and as they are cleansed by your healing hands, Michelle, you actually feel a lot better. You're no longer exhausted.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
Those of you who were paying attention to her would have seen her eyes glow and a like sort of flash of light sort of come up behind her as she did this, almost like a halo effect on her.
Yeah, I think Mistral's paying very close attention to her as she's like examining his wound and casting this on him. And he's just like staring up at you in a little bit of awe.
She does pull her hands out though once the necrotic ooze is gone, and looks to the doctor. It's all you.
Just laughs. Did you save anything?
The wound is still open.
Okay. I guess I will inspect and do the medicine check and anything else. I'm gonna do an Arcana check just to see if there's anything remaining, but I think you got it. So.
Also, Dr. Worm would see like multiple wounds covering Mistral's body that he himself helped stitch up a few years ago.
Yeah. Oh, those healed kind of. You didn't moisturize those scars very well.
No.
Anyways.
Don't really have the opportunity to.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure the women or whoever love them. Doctor's joke. Haha. That's
yes, of course.
That medicine check.
Mistral's like doesn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like no one's seen these really.
It's easy enough to patch.
All right. Any need for stitches or anything?
It just with Sophia's healing, it's like Mistral's gonna be hungry, like extremely hungry in a few hours because it sped up the natural healing process,
Yeah.
and so it's expending its own energy. But it's like it's like almost like healed over. Like there's just like puncture scars.
So the thing about healing magic is it basically just accelerates what the body naturally does. Which
Yes.
good in the short term,
Oh,
not
you're
always
spending
great
to
in
that.
the long term. It's probably going to leave a scar, and you're gonna feel basically like you ran a marathon. Although it sounds like you kind of already did before.
I'm not
You said
unfamiliar with exhaustion and hunger. I'll be all right. Add
we
it to one
didn't.
of the others.
Okay. Did we save any samples from that wound? You said it was magic, some kind.
Though there may be some left over in the small pools of blood I left behind.
Yeah. All right. Can I do an Arcana on the boy's drips? The boy drips.
You can do
You could like take a sample.
investigation.
He threw away the arrow where it was before.
There's the
Okay.
arrows up here.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, but we have to wrap it up here because it is approaching 11:30 here.
Yeah.
I think I do want to confirm that like everything's cleared out, just to be sure.
In the wound, yes. The arrow has just sort of like this hardened over, like dried purple blood tip.
Okay.
It's almost like crystalline in composition, that the tip of that arrow.
I was like, did a run doing curses in this area, so I can take a look into it. Don't know if I remember any from harpies, but anyways, he picks it up.
I'm unsure if it was the harpy itself. I saw something strange embedded.
What? I'm
into
across
the
the river.
I can magically make my voice carry by the wind, so I can speak very softly, but actually I'm shouting.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, Riley.
That's okay.
Rusa is gonna tug on Mistral's sleeve.
I am not wearing clothes.
Tug, just kind of tap
Yes,
them.
like-
I forgot about your shirtlessness.
Pat his
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, give him a tap and kind of like beckon him down.
Yeah, he like very carefully like tests the strength of his arm that connects to the shoulder that was like cursed. He's confident in it, kind of just very like gently, deftly flips his legs over and kind of plops down next to you.
She is gonna
Oh,
lean over and
thank
put her ear against the wound.
Mm.
Do I hear anything?
Make perception check.
Okay. Ooh. God, I'm really good today.
Okay.
They're feeling me.
There, actually.
That's a 23.
Yes, you hear something. I will message you.
Okay.
Well, we have all these harpies. But I think we should take a rest because I don't think we can leave without taking care of that other harpy.
Yes, I think she's the real threat. And a hell of a marksman. I'll have to ask her how she does that before we kill her.
Mistral,
Yes, Rusalka.
why do you have two heartbeats?
2.
I was listening to the injury because I heard something strange, like screams, tiny, horrible screams.
Yes, I heard the same thing. I believe the curse was some kind of parasitic creature, perhaps.
Well, the screams are gone now, but I heard your heartbeat, and it sounds like there's another smaller one adjacent to it, like something has attached.
I touch my hand on my chest and close my eyes and Just try to listen and feel my own body.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
As a guy who has treated this man before, would I know about this? Is this a new development?
Yes. No one should have simultaneous heartbeats.
That's not an air genasi thing, I will say. So
It is not.
that should be on your radar to get looked into. Is all I'm saying. But
Doctor, could you take a listen as well?
perhaps next session looks at the fourth wall.
Yeah. I have
Yes, I
thoughts
can look
about
into
why
that.
maybe Rusa can hear that, and maybe no one else can. So I want to see if anyone else can.
I will say anyone that listens to your heart also hears boom, boom.
Isn't that just normal?
No. Oh, okay, so you're not hearing the.
And we
Like
all look at
there's-
her shirtless and we're like, oh no, he's hot.
Boom. So you're not hearing the secondary one.
Because normal hearts go bum.
And then I'm
But, like,
doing
you're
a
saying
sort
the
of like a.
like that's like a crackling, like evil heart.
It's like happening right after your normal heartbeat.
Okay. Interesting.
You gotta lay off the cholesterol. Is all I'm saying.
But before I get guns pointed at me, you did level up.
Hey.
Hey,
I like that.
I love having more spell slots. Trying.
I roll a 5 for hit points.
Nice.
I rolled a 3.
Oof. You can go ahead and take 4.
Ah,
Because that's your average.
oh,
You
right.
can take 4.
Cool.
Because
Sweet.
that's your average.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, you can take 5.
I will take my average. Thank you, Michael.
Yep. Yelsey, let me see that big barbarian hit die. Roll that D12. And also you can add your level 3 stuff in now. Oh, well, I mean, when I made you level 2, you got the max for all of that. Okay, fine, that's fine. I trust you.
What other?
Yeah, max out your first 2 health rolls. But yes, I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments? But actually, I know I just said that, and I know you guys are sort of strapped for time. You're about to go to bed. Riley, actually, when you put that sort of mechanic into your sort of thing, like I like messaged Gabe, I was like, it's interesting how alike we think.
Don't worry, Mike. You're gonna be seeing some black crystals real soon.
Yep.
But Gabe can attest it. Before I even met you, like bloodborne crystal disease has been one of my sort of main like bad things.
Oh, is this a bloodborne thing?
No, like not the game, like
Oh,
through the blood.
I understand. So mine's not bloodborne crystal disease. It's more like cursed crystal artifact shit.
Michael's is an evil miasma.
It's the miasma.
Transfer through
And-
the humor.
I'm
And they
excited.
can fuck you
I didn't
up.
think asthma was contagious.
Yeah, my asthma is.
Oh damn! It's really you got super asthma.
Yeah, you bet I do. But yes, thank you guys for coming out. I will say that hopefully by the time my turn next comes around, I'll be done with training and hopefully done with moving.
Hell yeah!
So that would be the checks notes. The 24th. I should. That is like my last projected day of training. I don't fully know if we'll have moved by then. I'm assuming it'll happen whenever my stepdad has off time. But hopefully by then, my training will be over and I can sort of pick and choose the days I work till 9. But until such a time, I won't be free until, to be on the safe side, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Mm.
Sounds
So if Wednesday you guys want to start before that, just assume Cleo's searching for herbs and stuff, or just taking a back seat. And Gabe, I know we don't really start until like 8:39, but EC doesn't really talk.
Yeah, I don't think it'll
and
come
you
up until you're in. Don't worry.
But yes, I attend my first sort of meetings tomorrow, and I'm reading scripts for most of the day tomorrow. But yeah, my stuff starts tomorrow. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's great.
It's only going to get more fun from here. And I will say that I do like to give my villains small things, small magic items that will benefit the group. So, Mistral, look forward to looting that Harpy's corpse, I think.
I am excited. That bow looks really cool.
That'll be cool.
All right.
I will say that arrow was more the crystal embedded in her and not the
Yeah,
bow.
I figured.
She's got a crystal embedded in her.
Yeah.
I did say that.